Gus said no. They gave us that really long.
Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Pennsbury High School as we get you set for some high school softball this afternoon. Once again, the rivalry is renewed as Neshaminy here in Fairless Hills for today's SOL contest. It is a big one. Neshaminy with a 9-3 overall record. Pennsbury kind of in a must-win position at 6-5, hoping to play spoiler. The Falcons defending SOL Patriot Division champs, but right now at the top of the Patriot Division is Council Rock South, and the Falcons coming off of a loss to the Golden Hawks, losing 3-0. Neshaminy, meanwhile, on a roll, and as we welcome Ben Goldstein into our Trentonian pregame activities, notable to talk about the first time these two teams matched up this high school softball season, because it was an epic battle, one for the ages. I saw Jesse Garber, who does some photography, some photo work for Neshaminy and some other high school sports spots, said it might be the best high school softball game he's ever seen.
It was unbelievable. I was there in person to watch it. I mean, it got it off on the first pitch of the game from Pennsbury. Neshaminy literally on the first pitch hit a home run, and that kind of set it up. Has to be close to a record for most homers in an SOL softball game. It
11.
11. That is a lot of home runs. On the Pennsbury side, Storlazzi was 4 for 5. Foote had 2 RBIs and a homer. Sam Robb had a homer. Nia Schubel had a homer. Jenna Thompson hit a homer. Jalen Rodweller hit a homer. Just homer after homer after homer, and they had 3 straight in the top of the 7th to take the lead, and then Neshaminy in the bottom of the 7th with on their final strike, 3-run homer while down by 2 to win the game. It was an unbelievable atmosphere, an unbelievable night, and was one of, if not the best softball game I've ever seen.
It was at Community Park, and one of the elements that maybe led to the 11 home run total was that the fence was in a little bit.
Just the tap. We're not going to give you the exact measurements that we were provided, but
a lot of those shots probably would have been out in most fields, and a lot of offense between the two. And as Ben said, when it was all said and done, Neshaminy with the heroics from Olivia Hughes, who launched a 3-run home run to give Neshaminy a 12-11 victory.
And something else about the fence, it was kind of a low fence. There weren't a lot of towering home runs, a lot of them low liners that just lined their way out of here. Like this fence here, a little higher, maybe some of them would have gone out a lot, would have hit the top of the fence, but some low liners, and well, I mean, it was just exciting as it was, because I think the ball was flying that night. It was fun to watch.
Well, a great rivalry when you get Pennsbury and Neshaminy on the field, on the court, on the gridiron. It doesn't matter, and we are here for it at WBCB. We got the popcorn out. We're going to sit back and share the action with you as it's coming up in just a little bit. But this game also has some implications, not just for SOL Patriot Division seeding and standings, also when it comes to district seeding. Right now, Neshaminy, with their 9-3 record, are ranked 11th in the district. Talking about Council Rock South, to go back to them, they are number 1 in district seeding with an 11-1 overall record. So Pennsbury and Neshaminy chasing Council Rock South, but Neshaminy the 11 seed, Pennsbury the 19 seed. They take 24, so the Falcons need to do a little bit of work to improve their seeding, and today's game would be a huge one. You look at some other local teams and how they rank. CB South is ranked 20th, Council Rock North ranked 21st, but again, at the top of District 1 is Council Rock South.
And on Saturday, the Pennsbury lost 3-0. They were unable to get any runs on the board, but they had a lot of opportunities. One thing was they fouled 29 pitches off, so they were on their pitchers, just weren't able to hit it fair. So maybe some of those balls bounce fair, some other ways go their way, some balls bounce out instead of bouncing in. Lots of little things that could have gone their way a little more, and Pennsbury comes out maybe winning that game. So Pennsbury's record might not be as intriguing, but still a great softball club with a great coach as well right in front of us.
Neshaminy, no question, a great coach, an amazing legacy in his 42nd season as the head coach of Pennsbury High School softball is Frank McSherry, and a first-year coach over for Neshaminy, so a whole new look for the Redskins, but kind of a familiar bunch because they're all graduates from Neshaminy. Head coach and all of the assistant coaches are Neshaminy High School softball alumni, and so they're bringing back the tradition, bringing back the intensity of Neshaminy softball, and right now having a great season. I think they were a little bit upset that the Falcons didn't get that win over Council Rock South because Neshaminy still with a shot at the league title, but they need to
they need a lot of help.
Right now they don't control their own destiny.
Yeah, they need a lot of help, and sometimes you got to root for your rivals. Sometimes you catch the Eagles rooting for Dallas a little bit if it helps out the seeding. So Neshaminy might have been rooting for Pennsbury last week, but definitely not rooting for them this week.
Absolutely not. Again, what a great matchup. The first time these two teams met, a 12-1 victory for Neshaminy. And we got the first pitch coming up in just a little bit. It's brought to you by the Pines Tavern, Generation Z members and millennials with young families. Oh, hold on a second.
I got to listen to the chin here.
Falcons getting pumped up, ready to go. Oh, man, it's music to my ears. Falcons getting set to take the field, hosting Neshaminy today. And we've got it for you on WBCB. Again, brought to you by the Pines Tavern. Oh, yeah, in Bristol, the Pines, the place to take your family, including your children, for affordable, top-quality food. Great dinners, including their homemade meatloafs, pan-seared chicken breast, or their fish and chips, plus other family dinners. The Pines Tavern. They also have great sandwiches like their South Philly pork or their Angus burgers. I love the Hot Cowboy, which is like a roast beef sandwich, but they do it up. The details, they take care of it all at the Pines Tavern. Great food here today, and proud to serve the next generation. Again, Generation Z, millennials. Check out the Pines for outstanding kicked-up comfort food. Great stuff at Radcliffe Street, or right on the fork of the road right there at Radcliffe Street in Bristol. They're open 7 days from 11:30 a.m. and Sundays they're open from noon. And we've been doing the Baseball Insider Show at the Pines Tavern when the Phillies are on the road. This week we're going to be down at Citizens Bank Park as the Phillies have a night game.
Ooh, I'm not a Sunday night baseball fan, but
should be fun.
It does bring some bad vibes sometimes when on Sunday night baseball. They seem to always lose those games, but hopefully this year's different.
All right, well, great to have the crew with us. Makai Gundy, our video engineer, Justin Lawrence behind the camera, Ben Goldstein helping with the call of the game and with stats as the coaches and captains going over the ground rules with the blue crew as the umpires get us ready for the first pitch today. And it's brought to you by McCaffrey's Food Markets. This is the McCaffrey's Game of the Day, thanks to BCWSA, Fletcher's Garage, the Revere Restaurant, St. Mary Medical Center, Peruzzi Automotive Group, helping to make portions of today's game possible, the Trentonian, Di Lorenzo's Pizza on New Falls Road, the Berg Pizza, the Trenton Thunder coming back, beginning their season on June the 4th. Puss in Boots Tavern on hand for today's game, thanks to Jammer Doors, the Pines Tavern, and great to have you with us today as we get ready for this one. Again, Pennsbury 6-5, Neshaminy 9-3, but it's the Falcons that are the defending league champs and hoping to play a little spoiler as they get ready for the end of the season. And if you're playing your best softball, who knows how far you can make a run in the district.
We've seen it with Pennsbury before.
It's not always the top seed. Exactly. All right, in the circle today, Molly Ambrosius for Neshaminy. And Neshaminy with 3 strong pitchers that they've used, but really leaning on Molly throughout this season. And Neshaminy trying to take a little momentum from that first game that they played against Pennsbury, but not trying to look back at that too much, saying this is a whole new game. We can't really think much about the 12-11 victory, but they're trying to, I don't know, trying to get some momentum while not really focusing on that game.
And you've got a new pitcher you're facing in the circle as well. Pennsbury's kind of shuffled who they've thrown out there ever since that Neshaminy game, and they're going with Liv Zerniak for the 3rd straight game. She's 1-1 on the year. On Saturday, she threw 73 pitches, 13 of them balls, 30 strikes. 8 fouls were hit off of her. She allowed 10 hits, had 2 errors behind her, and only gave up 2 of the 3 runs. 2 of them were earned, had 4 strikeouts as well, didn't walk any. Zerniak's been effective. The sophomore, who we didn't see pitch last year, kind of moved up from designated player to shortstop. Now becomes the starter for Pennsbury for maybe the next few years, as she still is only a sophomore.
Zerniak in the circle for the Falcons, Ambrosius for Neshaminy. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Neshaminy Redskins, Olivia Hughes leading off and playing 3rd base. Lily Mormello bats 2nd, and she's in right field. Morgan Volgraff hits 3rd. She plays center field with Zamira Coppola-Miller, their designated player, in the cleanup spot, and she's already authored 5 home runs this season. Batting 5th is Allie Waske. She does the catching with Morgan Leonhauser batting 6th and playing shortstop. Kendall McCaffrey is at first base, and she hits 6th with Jill Reicherts in left field batting 7th. Erica Dalton at second base hitting 8th, and Molly Ambrosius in the circle hitting 9th for Neshaminy. Olivia Hughes ready to go. She's had 2 walk-off home runs this season for Neshaminy, and it's set for the first one from Zerniak. That's in there for strike 1.
Let me tell you, Chris, it is a gorgeous day here at Pennsbury.
Beautiful.
Sun shining. We got a little bit of shade over us, so it's not too hot.
Yeah, definitely our best weather for high school baseball or softball so far this season. Swing and a miss by Hughes. Yeah, Hughes was the hero in that first game between these 2 teams. Neshaminy down to their final strike, and Hughes launched a 3-run home run to give the Redskins a 12-11 win.
It was hit to right center field, and that fence was...
Swing and a miss, and she got her. Olivia Hughes strikes out, 1 down.
It was funny, that fence was a little lower, so Bella Morales out in right field actually dove over the wall trying to grab it. I messaged her after the game, were you anywhere close? She said, no, but I tried. So, kudos.
Yeah, the dream was there.
Yeah, it was ambitious.
And if you dive over the wall and you make the grab, that's legal.
It would have been unbelievable.
All right, now up to bat, right fielder Lily Mormello. Looking at the Falcons defensively, you have Evan Chick at first, Storlazzi at second, Thompson playing shortstop, and Robb at 3rd base. Swing and a miss. Looked like something off speed that time from Zerniak. Out in the outfield, Foot in left field, Schubel in center, Morales in right, and Hannah DeFinis doing the catching for Zerniak.
It's what Pennsbury's pretty much been rocking throughout the year, except Thompson filled in at shortstop when Zerniak moved into the circle.
0-1, that's right in there. Good spot, and Zerniak out in front of Mormello. Leans back, something off speed. That's going to land for a base hit. Goes out to left field, picked up there by Foot. And she'll hold Mormello to a bag.
Doing a nice job out in that circle, mixing some fastballs with some off speed a little bit, but they were able to get on that. Looked like a changeup that came out of her. And
yeah, Mormello had that one well timed. She's one of the Neshaminy batters who's up near that 400 mark when it comes to batting average. Same thing with her teammate Morgan Volgraff, who steps into the batter's box now. Center fielder set to go. Seemed like just about everybody had a home run in that first game that these 2 teams played, and Volgraff, again, hitting well. This taps this one foul.
Yeah, pretty much everyone hit a homer except those who slap hit, who pretty much can't even do it.
Talking with Neshaminy before the contest here today, they said they really feel like they don't have a bottom of the lineup. They like their hitters from 1 through 9. 0-1 pitch to Volgraff is down low, and the runner takes off. DeFinis didn't have it cleanly in the glove, and it's a stolen base for Lily Mormello. Redskins with something going here in the top of the first. Runner in scoring position with one down.
Might have a chant off today. Neshaminy and Pennsbury both making some noise out of their dugout.
These dugouts are energetic. That's a line drive base hit. Foot fields it on a bounce. They're going to send the runner around third. The throw is late as Mormello scores to give Neshaminy a 1-0 lead. And on the throw home, Morgan Volgraff, I thought she might try to advance to second, but she stays at first base. She's got an RBI base hit.
She was about halfway between the first and second base bag, but ended up going back to first base. Nice piece of contact the opposite way, a little bit of a gap. Her foot was able to cut it off just in front of the wall. Neshaminy up early again on Pennsbury.
Squared that one up, and now one of the best power hitters for Neshaminy, Zamira Coppola-Miller, up to bat with one away and a runner at first. And Zerniak winds and delivers a little bit outside to Coppola-Miller. Yeah, impressive power. Mentioned it in our Trentonian pregame activities. 5 home runs for the cleanup hitter for the Skins.
Yeah, if she gets a hold of one, forget about it.
Takes just a little bit low.
It looks like Zerniak's trying to get a little fancy with her, haven't given her one in the zone. Neshaminy dugout really letting her have it. Counting for her.
Yeah, missing 2 outside the zone, and now Zerniak leans back, fires down low, ball 3. Yeah, 3-0 count. We mentioned 4 new coaches for this Neshaminy softball team, and a lot of them with experience under Coach Dave Ciccoletti, who is kind of a legendary softball guy for both Neshaminy, Bristol, throughout the area. Strike one there to Coppola-Miller. Certainly a good guy to take some traditions and all the drills and stuff like that. 3-1 pitch. Foul ball, and it's a full count now to Coppola-Miller.
Able to work her way back in this one to two speedy pitches right there.
Yeah, really good job by Zerniak to try to bear down, get back into a more competitive count.
Big pitch coming up here early.
She's got the one she wants from DeFinis. Here it is. It's high and wide, ball 4 to Coppola-Miller. So she heads the first. Morgan Volgraff up to second. And with one down, there's runners at first and second for catcher Ali Waski. DeFinis looks into the Pennsbury dugout. She's got the pitch. And bunt being shown, and Waski pulls it back, takes a strike.
Saw her before her at-bat practicing the bunt pull-aways in the dugout, trying to time Zerniak up a little bit. So she's going to show bunt on and off maybe throughout this at-bat. There it is again.
Yeah. Pulls it back and grounds one to the circle. The throw to third is not in time. Zerniak to Rob. But good base running by Volgraff. She's got the quickness to get there in time. Everybody's safe. Coppola up to second. Waski at first. And they're loaded up for Neshaminy with one down for Morgan Leonhauser. Wow, close play over there at third base. But Volgraff does a good job. Good slide. Gets in there.
Yeah, and it was definitely the right play by Zerniak to throw and get the lead runner. But Volgraff speedy coming to third. Might have been off and running.
You definitely want to get that lead runner, but now
infield in.
Infield drawn in and bases loaded for Neshaminy. A little trouble for Zerniak. Throws a strike in there to Leonhauser. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, but you look back and you say, if you couldn't make that play at third, you want to get the guaranteed out at first base, but
these
you know,
bases, I think, are too quick to look one way and throw the other way. It's
0-1 is just a little bit low. Yeah, these plays are so bang, bang.
Yeah, baseball, it's a little bit different because the field's a lot bigger, so you have to maybe look and then throw, but
here it's like no time to think, you just react.
That's for sure. You just got to do.
1-1 count to Leonhauser. Zerniak's delivery is lined out to right, and 1 run will score for Neshaminy. They send Coppola Miller, and the throw is late as she slides in safely. A 2-run single for Leonhauser, and Neshaminy in front 3-0.
This is kind of how the last first inning went for Pennsbury against Neshaminy. Neshaminy got up to this huge lead. I think it was 4-0, 5-0 in the first inning, and Pennsbury was able to come back, but a little bit of a deja vu if you're the Pennsbury Falcons right now against Neshaminy.
Yeah, it's not a situation you want to put yourself in, that's for sure. They were able to, like you said, come from behind, had an amazing 7-run inning in that first contest where the Falcons went back to back to back with home runs. And that ball lined up the middle. A base hit for Kendall McCaffrey. They're going to hold the runner at third. As sliding back to the bag as Ali Waski draws the throw from Zerniak, but that loads him up again. As Waski to third, Leonhauser at second, McCaffrey with the base hit, and they're juiced for Jill Reichertz. And Reichert's one of those players, you look kind of towards the bottom of the lineup, but she has performed as well as anybody for Neshaminy, hitting nearly 400 or right around that mark. First pitch swinging, bounces it to Robb. Her throw is home. She gets the lead runner. A nice solid play by the Falcons defensively as they cut down Waski at home. The put out goes 5-2.
Oh, it's the hot corner. That was a real
hot shot.
Quick play, and really heads up by Robb to go home there, and DeFinis was ready. Thought about going to first, but wasn't able to get the throw off in time.
Loads him back up again. Leonhauser at third, McCaffrey now at second, Reichert's at first on the fielder's choice, and up to bat is Erica Dalton, the second baseman for Neshaminy. First pitch swinging and comes up empty. A lot of first pitch swings for Neshaminy, an aggressive approach here with runners on base against Zerniak. Resulted in 3 runs in the top of the first. And that one is outside, ball 1 there to Dalton. So just as the teams look back on that first game, we think about, what is today's game going to be like? Is it going to be like that 11-12 game? And that's straight down the line, just foul by about a foot, close to extra bases and some more runs for Neshaminy.
From our vantage point, absolutely no clue. Hit really hard off the bat.
Wasn't fouled by much, and the home plate umpire was right on top of it.
Hey, Pennsbury will take the call. And that's a little reminiscent of what we saw Saturday, except that one wasn't elevated. That foul ball on Saturday literally went a couple inches above our camera. Almost took us out.
So now Zerniak with 2 strikes on Dalton and 2 down in the top of the first.
Everyone's got to be careful today back here.
I'm ready. I'm ready for action. Bases loaded for Neshaminy. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dalton. A 2-run double for Morgan Leonhauser here in the inning. And that on a line goes to short, and it's snared by Thompson, who makes the grab. Erica Dalton retired for out number 3 on a line drive put out.
Not the best
by
inning,
Thompson.
Not the best inning for Pennsbury, but that was an incredible catch by Thompson, and she does that a lot. Dives to her backhand and makes a nice backhanded line drive diving catch. She did it on Saturday, and she does it again this time to end the inning.
We mentioned it. You don't you don't really think much. You just got to react.
You just got to do it.
Great instincts at shortstop for Thompson. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And thanks also to Puss in Boots Tavern.
Strikes only, Abe. Strikes only, kiddo.
Great stepped up food, comfort food. Always something great at the Boot. Great food for decades. And their specials on Tuesday, they got the Taco Tuesdays, Comfort Wednesdays at the Boot. That features their homemade meatloaf. Roast Pork Thursdays. Check out the Fresh Seafood Festival every Friday, and the Boot's traditional hot dog Saturdays, dollar dogs served all day. Your choice of chili, cheese, kraut, or onions. Sundays are cheesesteak Sundays. Always something going on at Puss in Boots Tavern. And we thank them for making portions of today's game possible here on WBCB. Yeah, not only do we have to worry about foul balls here on the varsity field, we have JV action behind us. And sometimes we hear a heads up coming from that away.
We get some action. But looking at this Pennsbury offense, not a huge day for them against Council Rock South in that 3-0 loss, but a few players highlighted, and Ava Storlazzi, who will lead us off here, she was 1 for 2 in that game, walked a couple of times. She had a stolen base.
Yeah, great leadoff batter is Storlazzi, just with a knack of getting on, and she'll get up there, slap at it, use her quickness, especially from that left-handed batter's box. And slapped at this one. It's a pop-up and taken by Leonhauser. One down.
Got under that slap. Usually the slap hitters hit that one down. That one got on. She got under it and popped up.
And that brings up Schubel.
And Schubel was 2 for 3 with a double. Her double was the one that hit the top of the fence in left field, bounced up and back onto the field.
Wow.
And she, oh, here we go.
Popped foul towards us and just behind our broadcast table. Strike one to Schubel.
I mean, that's Mackay's ball. You should have been all over that, Mackay.
I mean, you talk about almost. Yeah. You hit it all the way to the top of the fence.
Literally.
And it pops off the top of the fence and comes back onto the field.
It went straight up and looped back onto the field. It was, I've seen balls bounce up and out, but I've never seen them back in.
I mean, that's the kind of thing where, like, did I just see what I just saw?
Yeah, it was pretty
unusual for sure. 1-1 pitch. Schubel takes low.
See, that's sometimes when you're home and you need a fan to kind of grab it.
Let's take a look at this Pennsbury lineup with Schubel at the plate. She followed Ava Storlazzi. Anna Evanchik batting third is in the on-deck circle. And that's ball 3 up high to Schubel. Cleaning up is Sam Robb, and she plays third base for Pennsbury. Jenna Thompson, the shortstop, came up with that great line drive snare. She bats 5th. Presley Foote in left field hitting 6th. With Rodweller, the designated player, hitting 7th. And Schubel works the walk. And she heads to first with 1 down. And here is Evanchik. Again, rounding out that lineup, Liv Zerniak, the pitcher, hitting 7th. Bella Morales, the right fielder, hits 8th. And Anna DeFinis catching and batting 9th today. Anna Evanchik a little bit late on that one from Ambrosius.
Bees flying all around here. It's got to be a nest right next to our table.
The 0-1. Popped back foul towards the JV field. Look out over there.
Told you there's going to be a cheer off Pennsbury's dugout. Loud looking for Lavenge today.
But
Usually
right now,
loud.
Ambrosius out in front of the batter. No balls, 2 strikes. She's got her pitch, winds and fires a little bit high. Nice take by Evanchik up at the letters.
Ambrosius' command isn't great to start this one.
Yeah, you have
Ball to strike ratio ain't there, but we've seen it before in softball.
the
Command
1-2.
command isn't exactly there to start, and then they bounce back throughout the game and get that and start to dominate. And Pennsbury, if they want to jump on them early and take advantage of a little bit of a command issue, it's time to do it.
2-2 down low. Yeah, Schubel was at first and she walked, and now it's a full count to Evanchik.
You make the call. All right? Anything close, gotta protect.
And both these teams are really battling this season, but you don't have as the payoff pitch comes in and it's fouled back. Heads up over there.
Off the tree. Oh,
You know, you don't have what would be really considered a dominant pitcher in the circle. Neshaminy, they've got 3 strong pitchers. Today we're seeing Zerniak. We've seen Evanchik get starts for Pennsbury. Here's the 3-2. Fouled away again. Staying alive is Evanchik.
yeah, you
But
saw
I think when you get pitchers that don't blow everybody away, that's where you get those exciting games like we saw the first time these two teams met, a 12-11 game, and that one is sent out to left. Reichard under it and has it, makes the catch. Evanchik retired, and there's 2 down in the bottom of the first.
4 foul balls hit in that at-bat by Evanchik, and you saw on Saturday 29 foul balls hit by Pennsbury, getting on the pitches but not being able to hit them fair. That might be a big reason why they weren't able to come up on top that in that game. But
Right.
Pennsbury can try and hit these foul balls and get a good piece of them and hit them fair. See a better offense.
Well, when Sam Robb squares one up, it can go a long way.
That's
She's
for sure.
big part of the power output in this Pennsbury lineup, and lifts that one high in the air and foul just behind us.
Makai, you're getting one of these today.
Makai Gundy, our video engineer.
Can rip those earbuds off and book it.
You see, maybe Justin
Don't worry
Lawrence,
about the chair.
our camera guy, could grab one.
Could be a little bit of a race for one.
0-1 pitch from Ambrosius. Ooh, from this angle, looked pretty good. Maybe was a bit wide. And a ball and a strike here to Sam Robb. Not only is Robb an impressive hitter for Pennsbury, but she's been solid at that hot corner. You mentioned the third base, got that hot corner nickname, and one of the toughest positions to be playing defensively, and she has been there throughout her time at Pennsbury. 2-1. Pops it up to shortstop, and Leonhauser gets under it, makes the grab as Sam Robb pops out, just got under that one a little bit. So the Pennsbury Falcons have a base runner, but unable to plate a run. No runs, no hits. They do leave a runner on base. And we are through 1 inning of high school softball with Neshaminy on top of Pennsbury. 3-0. We're coming right back to Pennsbury High School with more on the WBCB Sports Network.
Former Philly Tommy Green. Here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
Top of the second, and the Neshaminy pitcher, Molly Ambrosius, will lead off the inning for the Skins. They go 9-1-2, so it's Ambrosius followed by Hughes and Mormello. And for Liv Zerniak, had the bases loaded a couple of times and gave up 3 runs, but it could have been a lot worse for Pennsbury.
Yeah, she was able to dial it, get some out. She threw 28 pitches in that first inning, so looked to minimize that a lot in this inning, try and get out of it with the score remaining the same.
She did get the first out of the inning, striking out Olivia Hughes, but then ran into trouble with a single from Mormella, and Volgraf also with a base hit, walked Zamira Coppola-Miller. And then it was Leonhauser who struck with a 2-run single. The 1-0 to Ambrosius is bounced foul down the third baseline. So once you get into district play, right, you have 24 teams that get in. Here's the 1-1. And it's sliced foul, this time down the first baseline. And as we get ready for that district play, you want to be playing your best softball, your best, that you've been playing throughout the season. And it's possible that if these teams have really strong finishes, that they might be able to earn like at least one home game, which is helpful. As that rolled up there by Zerniak.
You always want to be playing at home. Pennsbury is especially good at home. They've always kind of been really good at home, all sports, except for a few football teams.
Zerniak winds and fires. Bit outside.
A couple of close pitches on both sides, not getting the strike calls by the home plate umpire today, so have to adjust.
Full count to Ambrosius. Zerniak winds and fires, and it's bounced down just in front of our cameraman, Justin Lawrence. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Yeah, I don't know, at this point you might be kind of locked into position, but this game, some pretty significant power points on the line. The quality of your opponent. And that ball is going to land in front of Schubel in center field. Ambrosius with a base hit to start the top of the second.
Fastball driven into center field. Good piece of hitting up the middle.
Wow, and really a grinding at-bat by Ambrosius. She saw a lot of pitches, stayed in there, fouled a bunch off.
7-pitch at-bat.
Ends up rewarded with a base hit. She's at first with nobody out for Olivia Hughes.
Helping her own calls. Ambrosius over at first base.
And Hughes, we mentioned the hero in the first game these two teams played. But not only the walk-off home run in that game, but she had another walk-off bomb this season.
Clock.
Zerniak set to go 0-1. Swing and a miss. Thought maybe there was a little foul tip, but it's a strike nonetheless. And Zerniak out in front of the leadoff batter for Neshaminy. Winds and fires a ground ball. Robb picks it up. Strong throw across to get Hughes. 5-3 the putout as Hughes is retired. But on the play, Ambrosius moves up to second.
Robb cut off Thompson there just in front of her. But that's a third baseman's play. She's allowed to do that. And it was the correct move by her to use her momentum and fire it to first, get the out.
And such a confident fielder. And we talked about some of the changes that Pennsbury had made. They had Zerniak at shortstop. And now with Robb, the more seasoned fielder, as that one on a bounce to Zerniak, picks it up in the circle and throws to first to get Mormello. A 1-3 ground out for Mormello.
Could argue to throw that one to third. You did see her check, and third baseman, it wasn't a forced play here at third, so got the force out over at first. Don't worry about the runner on third here with 2 outs. Just go at the batter. Felt like a coach saying that.
And the batter now, Morgan Volgraf. Zamira Coppola-Miller up to the plate. and takes a strike. A 1 pitch down just a bit. All right, I got to get stuff straightened out here. It's Olivia Hughes at third. Zerniak's 1-1, grounded to Rob, has it in the glove, throws in time to get Coppola Miller for out number 3. So a 5-3 ground out. We're through an inning and a half. And Neshaminy still in front, 3-0. High school softball on WBCB. And it's all made possible by the Trenton Thunder. They're back. Thunder Baseball returning for the 2024 season Tuesday, June the 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesday dollar dog nights, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, Major League fun.
If you can't make it to the Thunder games, you can listen to BCB's own Mike Warren on the broadcast for those games.
Voice of the Trenton Thunder. Hey, don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's Trentonian for your complete local and national news. 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. And always a great time to view the world through Jammer Doors, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920. That's how long Jammer Doors been around, and they continue to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors. They do it all. Jammer Doors features rain or garage doors, steel or aluminum, crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors they do their own work and installation using no subcontractors. Visit their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, or in the Yardley Grist Mill at 10 North Main Street. And coming soon, they got a new showroom on Route 1 opposite the Lawrence Shopping Center. First pitch missing here as we get back to action in the top of the second. It's going to be bottom of the second inning.
Thompson 1 for 3 with a double in the last game on Saturday, and against the Neshaminy in that first matchup. She was the one that hit the third homer in a pinch hit situation. She hit the third of the 3 consecutive to give Pennsbury the lead at the time.
Yeah, that is so wild. They go back to back to back in the 7th. And a
Look at
little
this.
bunt there. That's a well-placed bunt, but coming out of the circle and throwing her out is Ambrosius.
Yeah, Thompson more of a power bat. You don't usually see her bunt, so kind of unexpected, but a great play by Ambrosius in the circle to come out and make that play and fire it to first to get her.
And now at the plate for Pennsbury, Presley Foote.
Foote was 1 for 3 against Council Rock South. She also went yard against Neshaminy.
Jalen Rodweller waiting on deck as Ambrosius delivers up high to Foote. Ambrosius 1-0. Gets that past Foote. 1-1 count.
Westchester commit.
The 1-1. Right there, Ambrosius firing away and gets in front of Foote. The 1-2. Up high for ball 2.
Foote was struggling a little bit going into that Neshaminy game. Hit that homer, which was big. She's kind of been hitting ever since, which was good to get out of that slump for.
2-2, swing and a miss, and Ambrosius gets her. 2 up, 2 down. And here's designated player Jalen Rodweller. We mentioned Presley Foot and the Westchester connection. A lot of Pennsbury athletes have had success with the Rams.
Golden Rams.
Ball 1 to Rodweller. Righty winds and gets that one in the zone.
She was full take there, didn't even think about swinging.
Now she's seen it.
Yep.
And now the 1-1. This time straight back to the backstop. And Ambrosius right now kind of rolling for Neshaminy. She's given up just 1 walk.
Yeah, she got over that around 10 pitch mark and really dialed in. She's at 30 now, and
here's her 1-2 delivery.
Ooh.
Strike 3 called, and Rodweller is caught looking.
it's a late call by the umpire, but strike 3, her second strikeout of the inning.
And Pennsbury retired in order, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on in the bottom of the second. They continue to trail Neshaminy 3-0 in high school softball action, and you've got it on WBCB. We'll step aside and return to the field in just a moment. All right, welcome back to Pennsbury High School. Falcons trailing Neshaminy 3-0 as we go to the top of the third. Allie Waske, Morgan Leonhauser, and Kendall McCaffrey to face Zerniak here in the third inning. Neshaminy striking for 3 in the top of the first. And the Falcons just 1 base runner, a walk. Thompson with a backhand, up with it, but her throw way too high and goes over the fence, and that will allow Waske to move up to second on the overthrow.
She went to the knee to get that one on the backhand and had some trouble getting up on it.
I think even if she had popped up with that ball and thrown accurately, that was not, the runner was still going to make it.
Yeah, I mean, if she got up a little quicker, but she seemed to get stuck or just had some trouble getting up and firing.
And now having a word with Morgan Leonhauser. Not sure if it's an equipment-related issue. So now she's going to be able to, I think, maybe adjust. Maybe it's the eye black. Yeah, right now Morgan Leonhauser over at the Neshaminy dugout and adjusting, I think, maybe the eye black that she was wearing.
Yeah, it looks like it because they made that new rule where you can't, I don't think either you can't have any at all or you can only have a certain amount.
Yeah, it can't be like all up and down the face like the Ultimate Warrior or something like that. So whatever adjustment was needed, Leonhauser has made it. She's in the batter's box and set to go. She's got a runner at second with nobody out and takes ball 1 from Zerniak. Leonhauser came up big her first time up. A 2-run single. Looked like she was in take mode there. It's a 1-1 count.
Zerniak doesn't seem to be affected by that little pause in the action. Firing that strike.
Well, she did a good job of shutting him down in the second. This one lifted up into the air and out of play, foul on the right side.
Sunny side over there.
So Waski was called out at second base, and I am not sure why.
What happened?
The ball was a foul ball that went out of play, and then between pitches, the base umpire came over and called her out at second base. So there's nobody on board as that one's sent out to left field, and Morgan Leonhauser delivers the base hit. And with a runner at second base, who knows, maybe Neshaminy would have had another run. I got to get some clarification.
Yeah, I missed that. I was watching the foul ball.
So up to bat now is Kendall McCaffrey. With a runner at first base and one away in the top of the third. Neshaminy up 3-0. And Zerniak delivers outside, ball one.
I mean, what could that have been? I missed that.
Zerniak gets her pitch from DeFinis, fires away, and the ball goes up the middle and through to center field. Base hit for McCaffrey. She stops at first. Leonhauser up to second base, and with one away, runners at first and second.
Now
for Jill Reichertz.
A run definitely would have scored if that runner was still on second base. Oh, I think I just overheard maybe some interference.
I mean, that sounds like that could make sense.
Another note, this is the 50th pitch coming up for Zerniak. I'm only in the third inning.
Righty winds and fires, and off the bat right towards the Neshaminy dugout, foul.
I mean, we've seen pitchers, especially here at Pennsbury, throw an absurd amount of pitches. So
yeah, pitch count typically not an issue, but it is something.
It is something to monitor.
Foul ball, hot shot. Good thing we had the fence in front of Mackay, or else he might have taken that softball off his knee.
Got to bring shin guards next time.
All right, so now Zerniak in front of Reichertz.
Mackay's getting some action.
0-2.
Ooh.
Maybe a little bit low.
Yeah, it looks like that pitch, that area right there, maybe a little low and outside that, maybe that corner the umpire isn't giving to these pitchers, because we've seen it multiple times now over there.
The 1-2. Foul, out of play.
That's the 10th foul ball hit off of Zerniak so far.
Boy, this Neshaminy lineup just battling.
Yeah. 53 pitches, 10 fouls hit.
And like I was told before the game, really battling from 1 through 9, all the way through the lineup. The 1-2, that's in there. Strike 3 as Reichertz watches that one and heads to the dugout. There's 2 away for Erica Dalton.
Dalton lined it out to Thompson her last time at bat.
Zerniak with 2 on, 2 down, delivers the pitch, bounces up into the glove of Sam Robb, and another solid defensive play by the Pennsbury third baseman. A 5-3 putout to retire Erica Dalton and get the Falcons out of the top of the third without a run. So no runs, there were 2 hits and 2 runners left on base. Neshaminy still out in front 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. It's high school softball on WBCB, and we're going to step aside, take care of a couple of quick messages so I can ask Coach McSherry about that play that we're unsure of.
We're interested.
We'll be right back.
McCaffrey's Food Markets. Exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
All right, back to Pennsbury High School, and we did get some clarification from Coach McSherry that the runner at second base for Neshaminy was called out because she left early, got a head start before the pitch was delivered, and that's a no-no. And so that's why that first out was issued to Neshaminy. And like you said, Ben, it did prevent them from scoring a run that they would have been able to generate with some of those hits that they had.
That's for sure. A costly error. That'll go down as a 2 unassisted for those scoring at home. But, yeah, you don't see that called very often, especially at second, McSherry said.
Now Zerniak up to bat, and the Pennsbury pitcher can help her own cause as she fouls that one back, strike one.
Yeah, I guess I never knew that it was a rule, but you can't leave before the pitch is released.
Right.
So, interesting.
Well, it was one of those situations where nobody
picked it up.
Nobody was arguing the call either, so 1-1. As is too often the case, we're the only clueless ones here. A 1-2 count. Ambrosius winds, delivers, foul ball. Could be a play over there, but running out of room is McCaffrey. So Zerniak back to it with a 1-2 count.
That's another reason you never see leads in softball is because of that rule. So it might have just been a split second she left early. Something to keep an eye on for some new softball watchers who are unaware of the rule like I was.
The 1-2. Down low from Ambrosius, and Zerniak continues to battle here. We're in the bottom of the third. Neshaminy, all of their runs coming in the top of the first. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, base runners have been scarce as Zerniak pops it back behind the backstop out of play. Only base runner was Naya Schubel, who walked in the first inning. Ambrosius 2-2 delivery. Down in the dirt. And here's the 3-2 from Ambrosius. Popped up on the infield. Calling for it, McCaffrey. She's got it. And Zerniak retired on the pop-up. One away for Bella Morales.
Zerniak talking to Morales. Might see something with the pitcher and two fellow members of the class of 2026 right there.
Well, a lot of the Pennsbury outs today, 4 have been on pop-ups. So they're kind of just getting under Ambrosius pitches.
Maybe telling her to get on top of the ball and drive one. I mean, Morales is a slap hitter, so.
And here expecting a bunt or something close as they'll draw in the defenders at second and third.
Yeah, Pennsbury has slap hitters at the top and bottom of their lineup. They're 1 and 9, both slap.
And both left-handers, so you get that head start. And that's slapped right in front of the circle, and Morales is safe at first.
Wow. That was a really good slap.
Had some spin on it.
Yeah, a little English, as Gustavus Barber would say.
And some indecision there as Ambrosius and Hughes not sure who was going to pick it up, and Morales with the speed is at first.
Ambrosius dropped to her knees to get that one as well.
And that brings up another slap hitter, like you said, the 9-hole hitter, the 1 hitter. Both have that approach, and here's Ava Storlazzi. And Storlazzi takes up high.
That was also the first hit of the game for Pennsbury. What was that wicked slap butt by the class of 2026, way to represent.
Yeah, not a solid base hit, but a base hit nonetheless.
Take it.
1-0 from Ambrosius, and that's slapped down the third base line, but just foul.
It will never be as worse as Ben Davis's bunt in the top of the 9th to end a no-hitter. It will never be as bad as that.
Well, you say, hey, you got a base hit.
Still, how much of a loser?
The 1-1. And Storlazzi bunts through that one. The throw snapped down to first base. Morales back to the bag in time.
I'm sorry, Ben Davis, but you can't be bunting to end no-hitters.
Yeah, it's kind of cheap.
Especially you're not a great player either when he did play.
The 1-2. Ooh, just off the plate. Good eye from Storlazzi.
I mean, I've met Ben Davis in person. He's a nice guy, but just don't respect that gesture he made years and years ago. You can look it up on YouTube.
2-2 from Ambrosius. Slapped up the middle, and the play is at second, and they got Morales. The putout goes Volgraf at center field as her throw comes in to Leonhauser.
So that'll be a fielder's choice, and that's why the outfielders were playing so many. That ball was, for a slap hitter, lined up the middle, and Neshaminy center fielder was almost in the dirt, was able to pick it up and fire it to second to get the speedy Morales.
That's the second out of the inning here in the bottom of the third, and
that was a quick heads-up, smart play by the Neshaminy center fielder.
Schubel up to bat. Walked her first time up, takes up high for ball 1. Yeah, and again, it goes back to just that reaction, the instinct, knowing where you want to make the play if the ball is hit to you. And certainly a heads-up play by Volgraf to get the force out. 1-0 pitch, up high, the runner goes, and the throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base, Storlazzi takes the bag.
It's a close one over there, but Storlazzi just got in there.
Beat the throw, had a good slide. And now with 2 down, runner in scoring position, and Schubel looking at a 2-0, takes up high, ball 3.
50th pitch coming up for Ambrosius, so both pitchers will be above the 50 pitch mark in the third inning.
Ambrosius has been pretty good with her command, except when she's facing Schubel.
There you go.
And a 4-pitch walk to Schubel, the second walk that Schubel picks up.
Yeah. Both walks today have both been in her favor.
And now she'll work to Anna Evanchik. With runners at first and second and 2 away.
And Evanchik had 3 balls on her. I think she got a full count on her in the first at-bat, was unable to get the free bag.
Takes outside for ball 1. The 1-0 misses. And now it seems like Ambrosius is having some control issues. Not sure if she's just trying to work, be careful with some of these tough Pennsbury hitters.
You jinxed her, Chris.
2-0.
There you go.
Right at the belt. Strike 1 to Evanchik. Grady winds and the 2-1.
Late.
That's by Evanchik. Yeah, late on the swing. Good heater from Ambrosius. Give him the heater.
Give him the heater.
Here comes the 2-2. Lined up the middle and through. They'll send Storlazzi, and she will score easily to put the Pennsbury Falcons on the scoreboard and cut the Neshaminy lead to 3-1. Evanchik to first. Naya Schubel had to stop at second. So first and second with 2 down for Sam Robb.
Well, it was lined up the middle. Storlazzi, no trouble coming in on home. Now a threat coming up here, and Sam Robb.
First time up, Robb got under one, popped it to short. So Falcons on the scoreboard in the bottom of the third. They get their first run of the afternoon, 3-1, and now with 2 on and 2 down, here's the first pitch to Robb. It's up high for a ball. Schubel at second, Evanchik at first. And Ambrosius winds and fires up high. Well, Falcons getting to the Neshaminy pitcher on this second time through the lineup. Sam Robb hoping to continue that. A hitter's count, and she takes down low for ball 3. (3-0) to Robb. Jenna Thompson waiting on deck. Ambrosius delivers a strike. Robb taken all the way.
No intention on swinging there. Some gamesmanship.
So makes it now 3-1. A good count here for Robb to swing away.
She does.
And she rips it on the bounce. It's handled by Hughes, and her throw is across the diamond in time to get Robb a 5-3 putout for out number 3. Some good defense by Neshaminy to get them out of the third, but not before the Pennsbury Falcons strike. They get their first run of the day. They get that run on 2 hits, and they leave 2 runners on base. So we are through 3 complete, and Neshaminy now with a 3-1 advantage. It's high school softball on WBCB, and we'll keep it here this time. Let you know that for complete automotive service, trust the Peruzzi Auto Group. Value and service on all makes and models, free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service, and they do a 10% military and law enforcement discount on any service performed. You buy 3 tires, get the 4th tire free. All service performed by certified technicians. Peruzzi, big comfy waiting rooms at their dealerships with free Wi-Fi and early drop-off. Peruzzi service open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 in the evening, and on Saturdays they're open 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. Peruzzi Auto Group. They got service for all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. And Thunder Baseball is back. We thank them for helping make portions of today's game possible. The Thunder returning for the 2024 season on Tuesday, June the 4th. And ticket information, check out TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300, 609-394-3300 for Thunder Baseball. Coming back on June the 4th. And we are back to action. Top of the 4th now. And the first pitch grounded right back to Zerniak. And a quick out to start the 4th. She gets Hughes. And with 1 away, nobody on, here's Lily Mormello.
Trenton Thunderstorm on Tuesday.
Is that right?
Yes.
June 4th is a Tuesday?
That's what you said.
Did I say that?
I think so.
Tuesday, June 4th. That does sound like something I'd say. Ball off the end of the bat, a spinner. Foul for Mormello.
Hey, if MLB can start on a Thursday, Trenton Thunder can start on a Tuesday.
Yeah, if the Eagles can start in Brazil, anything's is possible.
On a Friday at like 6.
That's some weird, wacky stuff.
Yeah. I mean, the Sixers game 6 could be at 9 o'clock at night, depending on what other games happen. Rounds could be a 9 o'clock at night tip in Philadelphia.
What's that? Tonight?
No, game 6 could be.
Oh, 6. Let's hope we get there. I got my doubts. A 1-1 count here to Lily Mormello, who bats with nobody on and 1 down for Neshaminy in the top of the 4th. They're up 3-1. And that's lined to center. Base hit. Schubel takes it on a bounce. And Mormello aboard.
You think that had some heat coming off the bat?
Yeah, check out the exit velocity on that one.
Yeah,
Smoked up the middle.
We don't have high school softball savant like we do baseball savant, but that ball was smoked.
Yeah, well hit, and that brings up Morgan Volgraf. Volgraf with a base hit.
If that was a foul
and
ball.
a run scored her first time up.
If that was a foul ball, I don't think any of us are catching it. Although
No,
Mackay might be able to get there.
I'm just like talking about reaction. I'm just hoping my reactions are going to save me from possible physical harm.
We're in here on Saturday. Ball literally went
Screaming past.
around that speed.
Yikes.
Right past our heads.
Well, Justin, just protect the camera. A bouncer up the middle. Zerniak to her right, gloves it, and throws out Volgraf. An athletic play from Liv Zerniak to get out number 2. The Zerniak's an athletic bunch.
Yeah, I mean, brother dominated on the baseball field and
Right now he's
had a good football season and
probably
Zerniak,
top hitter in that Pennsbury baseball lineup.
And Zerniak here on the softball field pitching. Made 2 good plays here in this inning.
Coppola Miller takes wide.
Big game over at Neshaminy for Pennsbury baseball. And trying to get revenge on their loss to start the season. And if they win this game, that puts them in contention for possible SOL championship.
Lily Mormello now at second base.
Or a Patriot Division championship. If they lose, they're out of contention for it. Of course, a lot still has to go into that, but this would be a huge win multiple ways for baseball. Or softball trying to get it done here as well, get some revenge. Always good to beat the Neshaminy.
2-0 pitch from Zerniak. Down low, but Coppola Miller chases. A good base running by Neshaminy as they move Mormello up to second. And that's part of the key to having successful softball programs. You just continue to keep that pressure on the opposition. The 2-1, a bouncing ball. Thompson from short will throw wide. And safe at first is Coppola Miller. And going from second to third is Mormello. So runners at the corners now. Coppola Miller reaching on an error to shortstop. And at the plate is Ali Waski.
Didn't seem like she had a good grip at that one at all over there at short. And wasn't able to make a good throw over to first.
Seemed like she had time, almost too much time, to actually think about that for a moment and not just simply react, as we've been talking about throughout today's game.
There was certainly time and might have rushed it a little bit too much.
Waski shows bunt, pulls the bat back and lines it over the glove of Thompson at short, and Neshaminy will score Lily Mormello on a Waski RBI single.
10th hit of the day for Neshaminy. It will not go down as an earned run.
And Neshaminy back in front by 3. It's 4-1.
And that error by Thompson costed this run here.
So now you got Waski at first, Coppola Miller at second.
They're trying to not make it even more than what it already is. Zerniak trying to zone in here.
Neshaminy scoring 3 in the top of the first, and now adding 1 here in the top of the fourth and looking for more as Leonhauser in the batter's box. Takes a ball, and good stop by DeFinis. And Leonhauser's 2 for 2 today. She's got 2 singles and 2 RBI. The 1-0. In there for strike one, a one count. Yeah, this heart of the Neshaminy lineup has come up big time. And this one is through on the right side. They're going to send Coppola Miller, but nope, now they'll put the brakes on. And it's station-to-station baseball, and a good decision there as Morales was on that one quickly, and I think she would have thrown out Coppola Miller if they sent her. So Coppola Miller stops at third, Waske up to second, Leonhauser now 3 for 3 with 3 singles. She's at first base. And stepping up into the batter's box is Kendall McCaffrey. So bases loaded with 2 down. Neshaminy had them juiced in the top of the first, and Zerniak was able to get out of it with limited damage. This one bounced up the middle, handled by Storlazzi, who will take it to the bag unassisted. A nice play by Ava Storlazzi to get the force out at second. And a 4 unassisted put out to retire Neshaminy. 3.5 innings in the books. Neshaminy getting an additional run in the fourth. They get that run on 3 hits, and they leave 3 runners on base. So they leave the bases loaded. I believe they left them loaded back in the first inning as well. And we're through 3.5. High school softball on WBCB. Big thanks to the Peruzzi Automotive Group. And we're going to step aside and return to the field in just a moment on the WBCB Sports Network.
Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more.
All right, we are back here at Pennsbury High School. Neshaminy in front of Pennsbury, 4-1. And a big game for both of these teams. Neshaminy still with some hopes at maybe a Patriot Division title. Meanwhile, for Pennsbury, right around 6-5. I mean, right around 500 here this season. And so they're looking for a good end to this season and a little revenge against this Neshaminy team who took them out 12-11 earlier this year. And Jenna Thompson will get the top of the fourth going. She'll be followed by Foote and Rodweller. And it's a first pitch strike from Ambrosius. Ambrosius winds and fires the 0-1 sky high. A short pop-up, and it will land in front of Volgraf. The center fielder was coming in on it. Leonhauser, the shortstop, was going back on it. And Jenna Thompson has a base hit.
No one knew what was going on out there, as Gus also would say. Right in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, hit them where they ain't.
Yeah.
That one was lost. That one's like the Bermuda Triangle because it was like a mystery. It looked like
no one.
Volgraf had a beat on it.
No one was saying, I got it. Bad communication out there.
Bit of miscommunication. And Pennsbury with a leadoff base runner here in the fourth. Presley Foote takes ball 1.
Pennsbury will certainly take it. It certainly happens in this sport.
Yeah, Falcons need to get something going, and why not Jenna Thompson's pop-up base hit to get it going.
Whatever it takes. It's only the third hit of the day for Pennsbury as well.
Foot with a good eye. She's in front now. 2 balls, no strikes. Righty winds and fires. Maybe a little movement on that pitch.
Certainly.
Foot with a swing and a miss. Right back to it is Foot, her 2-1. Bunted in front of the circle. Ambrosius comes over, plays the ball, throws out Presley. Foot. And moving up to second is Jenna Thompson. So a sacrifice bunt, but it seemed like Foot's idea was to bunt for a base hit.
Could have been. Certainly looked like it. But if, I mean, going for a sacrifice. Hey, now you got to say you're going for the sacrifice because it was successful.
Yep, they move the runner up. And with 1 away, here's Rodweller.
No one needs to know that you were trying to get a hit. Just tell everyone you were sacrificing that one. You got the job done.
1 down, Thompson at second. And first pitch swinging, Rodweller sends it right back into the backstop for strike 1.
Both teams have hit a combined 23 foul balls today. 12 for Pennsbury, 11 for Neshaminy. Both teams fighting.
The 0-1 again.
There's another one.
Fouled back.
Make it 24.
And 0-2 to Rodweller. And I think when you got hitters fouling as many pitches off, here's the 0-2. And that's fouled off.
24.
I think it speaks to pitchers in the circle that maybe are not as sharp or as dominant as we've seen in the high school softball world. The 0-2. Popped up, foul over the Neshaminy dugout.
What is that now? 3 or 4 straight?
Yeah, 4.
Let's keep it going.
Looking to win the battle, but behind now, 0-2 pitch, and that is just foul. Home run distance maybe, but a little wide of the third baseline.
Hey, 5 straight fouls. Keep that number going. Ball was crushed though. If she was able to keep that fair, that would have been trouble for the Skins.
Zerniak waiting on deck for the Falcons. Ambrosius 0-2. Another foul ball.
6.
Rodweller spoiling pitch after pitch. Trying to get one she can handle.
Yeah, if she can get a hold of one. It's been a good battle.
Another 0-2 delivery, and this one lined to center, but ranging over and making the grab is Volgraf. Tagging up on the play. Jenna Thompson goes from second to third, but Rodweller with a line out for out number 2 in the 4th. Boy, a well-hit ball.
Yeah, and that's just what happens when your center fielder is lengthy out there and speedy. She got to that ball, stretched out, and the lengthy center fielder was able to make a great catch.
Yeah, it seemed like she had it pretty well read off the bat, and Volgraf out there made it look kind of easy. And with 2 down, here is Liv Zerniak. And before Zerniak's AB.
Does she have an iPad?
Okay, I think they wanted to make sure that Thompson didn't get a head start with that tag up. So just out there to appeal with the base umpire, and he said, no, it's safe, everything's cool.
Might have been fighting back a little bit on that previous call where their batter left early. But no, Thompson left on time.
First pitch to Zerniak is in there. So 2 down, runner at third for the Falcons. 0-1 delivery. Down low and a good stop by Waski. Anything that gets past the catcher could cut into this Neshaminy lead. Here's the 1-1. Sent out to right. It's deep and gone. A home run for Liv Zerniak. A 2-run shot. And the Falcons now trail it 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th.
Zerniak got a hold of that one off the scoreboard for our DiLorenzo's dinger, or bird blast.
Talking about a pitcher helping their own cause.
That's how you help yourself out right there.
No question about it. A 2-run home run from Liv Zerniak out to left field. Didn't get over by much, but clears the fence. And it's now a 1-run game. Up to plate now for the Falcons is Bella Morales.
Now, we haven't seen the 4,000 homers hit like we did the other night against Pennsbury and Neshaminy, but there's one right there for one who didn't go yard against Neshaminy in that initial matchup.
Little slapper that's going to spin foul. And just like that first matchup, it's a game that's going back and forth. And now Neshaminy up 3, and now the Falcons get it within 1. And the Pennsbury dugout cheering for a little more of this rally. 0-1 to Morales. Slaps it on a line, and therefore it is Dalton makes the grab. So a line out there to Erica Dalton. Morales is retired for the 3rd out in the 4th, and we are through 4 complete. And it's now a 4-3 game. Pennsbury getting 2 runs in the inning. They get those 2 runs on 2 hits, including a 2-run homer off the bat of Liv Zerniak. And they leave the bases empty. And so a 4-3 game. We're through 4 innings. And let's see, we'll step aside now. You know what? I want to let you know about the Pines Tavern. Generation Z members and millennials with young families, if you're looking for a great place to dine and watch all your favorite sporting events and can't afford Center City and all the restaurant prices there, settle back at the Pines Tavern in Bristol. The place to take your family, including your children, for affordable, top-quality food. Great dinners, including their homemade meatloaf, pan-seared chicken breast, or their fish and chips, plus other family dinners. The Pines Tavern also has great sandwiches like their South Philly pork or their Angus burgers. Multiple TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events, and check out their Facebook page for live entertainment. The Pines Tavern, here yesterday, here today, and proud to serve the next generation of families at the Fork in the Road at Radcliffe Street in Bristol. Open 7 days from 11:30 a.m. And on Sundays, they're open from noon. The Pines Tavern, helping to make portions of today's game possible here on WBCB. Top of the 5th. And the first pitch is ball 1 to Reichertz.
If you can't make it for a Phil's game, Pines Tavern, you can listen to it right here on 1490.
Reichertz lines that one foul down the 3rd baseline.
And if you missed the game either on TV or on 1490 WBCB, you can read it in PhillySportSports.com. Go. Knocked a couple birds with one stone right there.
Reichertz, Dalton, and Hughes here for Neshaminy in the 5th. Ground ball through on the left side, and Reichertz is at first base. So she's now 1 for 3 and is aboard for Erica Dalton. And Neshaminy doing damage up and down the lineup, just as I heard before the game. You know, feel really confident about their lineup from 1 through 9. And they've gotten contributions basically from the top to the bottom of their lineup today. Bunt goes foul. Erica Dalton. She got a bunt down.
For those keeping track at home, 31 combined fouls that made the team. 18 from Pennsbury, 13 from the visiting Neshaminy.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the ball.
Talk about battling. Battling.
Well, these two teams battling today. Neshaminy with 3 runs in the first. They added another one in the fourth. And then Pennsbury, bottom of the fourth, with a 2-run shot. Makes it 4-3. Wicked ricochet there. Sam Robb able to get in the glove.
Athleticism right there at third.
One-two pitch from Zerniak. Got her. Dalton strikes out. And 1 on, 1 down for Olivia Hughes.
Good strikeout there from Zerniak. Her third of the day. Fired that one past her.
Talk about contributions from the top to the bottom of the lineup. As great as Hughes was in the first game that these two teams played, she's been kept relatively quiet, and that one, a weak liner off the end of the bat, caught by Evanchik at first. So a quick out for Hughes. And with 2 down, a runner at first. Here's more Mello. Zerniak is set, fires that one in there, goes off of the batter, and she is out. Reichard's there on the move, gets hit by the ball, and is called out for out number 3.
That was a quick, efficient inning from Zerniak. Gets a homer.
Yeah,
so it's a pretty quick inning.
Scoreless inning for Neshaminy. No runs, they do get a hit, and they leave the bases empty. So we're through 4.5. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And the Falcons trail the Neshaminy Redskins 4-3 in high school softball. Complete automotive service. You can always trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service. A 10% military and law enforcement discount. And on any service performed at Peruzzi, you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th free. All service performed by certified technicians. Peruzzi, big comfy waiting rooms at their dealerships with free Wi-Fi and early drop-off. Peruzzi service open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 in the evening. Saturdays are open 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. Peruzzi Auto Group. Service for all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read about today's game and tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And again, big thanks to the Pines Tavern for helping to make portions of today's game possible.
Pines Tavern bought a lot of ads today.
And big thanks to Jammer Doors and Windows as well. Always a good time to view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows. And here for Pennsbury in the bottom of the 5th, you got the top of the lineup to get the inning started. Storlazzi to be followed by Schubel and Evanchik. And slaps this one out to center field over the glove of Volgraf. Storlazzi with a double, and she'll stop there. A stand-up double for Ava Storlazzi.
That's the longest slap hit I think I've ever seen. That ball was smashed the opposite way, split the gap. I think it was cut off just in front of the wall, but a slap hit, kind of a bob.
Yeah, and you saw Volgraf kind of had her played short and was hit far enough to get over her glove. Even you talked about her length and her reach, but couldn't reach that one. And now Nia Schubel With a runner at second, nobody out here in the fifth. At the plate, takes a strike.
Yes, if you don't think slappers can hit some bombs, well, Evan Storlazzi just proved you absolutely wrong.
A 1 bunt shown, and Schubel pulls it back, takes high.
Ambrosius is over the 80 pitch mark, 30 balls, 27 strikes. Allowed 5 hits, 3 earned runs. She struck out 2 and walked 2. Pennsbury's also had 18 foul balls off of her through 81 pitches.
The 1-1. Bunted foul.
There's another foul. Make it 19.
So a ball and 2 strikes to Naya Schubel. Big spot, nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth, and the Falcons trailing by a run, but with Ava Storlazzi in scoring position at second. And the 1-2. Fouled back over the backstop. And we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes.
20th foul ball hit by the Pennsbury Falcons today. They hit 29 on Saturday against Council Rock South. In that 3-0 loss, they've scored 3 today.
1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Two count. Ambrosius spinning the softball on her thigh. Now fires that one up there and goes up into the trees. A foul ball out of play. Schubel making good contact with that one, but couldn't keep it fair. And we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Schubel almost hit us the other night and fired another one over our heads today.
And there, a good eye takes high to run the count full. Ambrosius, the payoff pitch is low, ball 4, and Schubel with a free pass. She heads to first.
She walked 3 times today?
Yes.
There you go. That's all 3 walks provided by Ambrosius. All of them have been to Naya Schubel. There's got to be something going on there. Do they not like each other? Not letting a lot of hit? I don't know what's going on there. It's not cool.
Just trying to pitch around Schubel, but
it's not cool.
Gives her another free pass, and she's at first base. Runners at first and second. And Evanchik takes up.
A little bit of the Barry Bonds treatment for Naya Schubel. Scared of the power. Pitching around her. .0 delivery. Down low, the ball gets past Waski. Goes off of her glove, and Schubel and Storlazzi moving on up. Schubel now at second base. Storlazzi at third. So the Falcons with the go-ahead run in scoring position. Still nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. Falcons mounting a charge. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Evanchik up there to swing. 2-1. And a bunt that goes just foul down the third baseline. Would have been a little trouble for Neshaminy defensively. And now 2 balls, 2 strikes. One thing we hear from Coach McSherry, don't look for the walk. He wants his players to be ready to swing the bat. The 2-2 swings through that one, went for the high heat, and Evanchik, a strikeout victim. That's the first out in the bottom of the fifth, and brings to the plate Sam Robb. Sometimes you need to be ready to swing. That time, probably not the greatest decision to swing. It was high, and you saw that a lot on Saturday. Pennsbury was swinging at the high G's, and took the high cheese once again there
And I
struck
think,
out.
Coach McSherry wants his players, off the end of the bat, right in front of the circle, and throwing home is Ambrosius, but the throw is late, and Storlazzi scores. Boy, a weird hit off of the end of Sam Robb's bat, and that had wicked English on it, right in front of the circle, and was trouble for Ambrosius.
Whole lot of
And we're
English.
tied up now, 4-4, as Storlazzi, with the quickness and speed, she scores. Naya Schubel legs it around to third base.
We've been talking a lot about their last matchup a week or so ago, and while it's not at the same capacity, Pennsbury has marched their way back.
Boy, that's a weird one to try to score, too. Would you call that an
I'm giving
error on the
her-
pitcher?
I'm giving her a hit and a earned run. I mean, I don't know if I'm in the right there, but
Well, we got a tie game, 4-4 our score.
it looked
And-
like even if the throw did get there, she was going to be safe because she was kind of there. Had some trouble picking it up.
You factor in the speed and the quickness of Storlazzi, made it a much more difficult play.
Looks like she was a
And-
pinch hitter or
So we got a courtesy runner,
courtesy
maybe.
runner, yeah.
Bust out your roster.
It's coming out.
Falcons have tied it up in the 5th.
Yeah, it's going to be Liv Klump. Courtesy running for
Rob.
For Sam Robb.
So Klump takes first. And Jenna Thompson steps into the batter's box.
Get some better wheels over there at first. Open base at second. I would expect a stolen base coming fairly soon.
Right now they're at the corners for Pennsbury.
There you go.
And the runner goes on the pitch. They faked the throw, trying to maybe pull Schubel off the bag, but she stays put at third. And now, as Klump steals second, is runners at second and third for Pennsbury.
It's a fun last name. Klump.
The 1-0. Hot shot right to short. The play is at the plate, and Schubel is gunned down. Schubel was off on contact, but the out is recorded at home, as it's a nice throw from Leonhauser.
Ball was smoked to short. And
Thompson's aboard on the fielder's choice.
yeah, nice fire back home to get the out.
And at the plate for the Pennsbury Falcons is Presley Foote. So they're at the corners again, as now it's Klump at third, Thompson at first. And Foote with a swing and a miss to start her at bat. Fouled away, and Foote falls behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Ambrosius trying to limit the damage to 1 run here for the Falcons in this 5th. 0-2 pitch. Sent up the middle, and Presley Foote comes through for the Falcons and gives them a 5-4 lead. As in to score comes Klump, and Presley Foote heads the first. So Foote at first, Thompson at second, and a huge RBI there for the Pennsbury Falcons, and they're in front 5-4.
You heard it from their dugout. Fear the Foot. Line drive to center. Brings in Klump. Pennsbury comes back and takes the lead, just like they did, not exactly the same way, but just like they did back on a couple weeks ago against the same Skins team.
Yeah, when these two teams met, it was an epic battle the first time they took the field. Neshaminy winning it 12-11, and they went back and forth. And today is working out to be another awesome game so far.
Just not as many homers.
0-1 popped foul over the Neshaminy dugout.
But a lot of foul balls.
Yeah, but always great when you get some lead changes and back and forth action. A one-run game now with the Pennsbury Falcons in the driver's seat.
Here's pitch 100. Ball.
Rodweller takes down.
Yeah, so 100 pitches through 4 2/3 for Ambrosius to see if they make any changes going into the 6th.
The 1-1. Ooh, must have been a 1-2 pitch. Excuse me. Rodweller with a swing and a miss. And she strikes out. That's out number 3. But the Pennsbury Falcons do get 2 big runs there in the inning to jump in front 5-4. After 5 complete, they get those 2 runs on 3 hits, including a key leadoff double by Ava Storlazzi, who comes around to score the first of those 2 runs. And it's now Pennsbury in front 5-4. High school softball on WBCB, and always a good time to view the world through Jammer Doors, a family-owned and operated local business. And they continue to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors. They do it all. Jammer Doors, they do their own work and installation. That saves you some money. They don't use subcontractors. You avoid those big box stores and save with Jammer Doors. Visit their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, or in the Yardley Grist Mill, 10 North Main Street. And coming soon, their magnificent new showroom on Route 1 opposite the Lawrence Shopping Center. All right, Thunder Baseball returning for the 2024 season, Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Ticket information, check out TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. 609-394-3300. Post-game firework nights, Tuesday dollar dog nights, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, major league fun. Zerniak delivers the first pitch of inning number 6, and it's fouled straight back by Morgan Volgraff.
We will be at Trenton Thunder Stadium on Saturday.
Yes.
For Abington baseball against Pennsbury baseball.
Yeah, that's a 2 o'clock first pitch. 1:45 will begin our coverage on WBCB.
Senior night. Always fun.
Down low to Volgraff, she takes, and it's a ball and a strike to her. Volgraff be followed by Zamira Coppola-Miller and Waski here in the 6th. And Zerniak, you wonder how maybe her confidence might grow a little bit. Team had been down 3 runs for most of the afternoon, and now they're in front by a run, and pours a strike in there to Volgraff for strike 2. Two count. Zerniak gets her pitch from DeFinis. Oh, pulled the string and strikes out Volgraff.
That was dirty. Dirty off speed, making her look silly.
Yeah, Volgraff way out in front of that one. Not a ton of strikeouts for Zerniak. I think that's just her 4th.
Yeah, both pitchers both have 4 strikeouts. Hasn't needed to use the strikeout. The defense behind her has helped her out a whole lot today.
At the plate now is Zamira Coppola-Miller. Takes ball 1. Meanwhile, Neshaminy, who had been in front for most of the afternoon, they're now down to their final 5 outs. Oh, and Coppola-Miller is going to tie this game up with a solo shot to left. her 6th home run of the season, makes it a 5-5 game. As she circles the bases.
That ball was absolutely
Hammered.
killed into the trees beyond the scoreboard in left field. Moonshot. I mean, I knew it off the bat. You could hear a little bit of my whoop when that ball was hit.
Well, one swing of the bat, and we're all even thanks to Zamira Coppola-Miller with that monster shot. 5-5 now. And again, just like the first time these two teams met, we're going back and forth. There's home runs, there's big hits. And we're now even at 5 as Waski shows bunt, pulls it back.
Yeah, I mean, that ball is out on a lot of fields. Don't need no little fence.
No doubt about it. Sharply hit ground ball down the third baseline, but it's foul. Nice backhand snare by Sam Robb, but don't mean much because it's a foul ball. Pretty impressive looking though, that's for sure.
Yeah, good play. Way to stick with it as well, even though it was hit foul.
1-1 to Waski. Zerniak rocks back and fires another ground ball. Robb has it in the glove, strong throw. And in time to get Waski by a couple of steps.
That one was fair.
2 down. And with 2 away, Morgan Leonhauser puts her armband on. She's been unstoppable so far today. 3 for 3 with 3 base hits. So now bats with nobody on and 2 down. And takes outside.
The Neshaminy team takes some good takes. Good eyes on the Skins team. That ball's crushed.
This one is deep to center and gone. Morgan Leonhauser, 4 for 4 now. Add a home run to her accomplishments today. The go-ahead home run in the top of the 6th. That makes it 6-5 Neshaminy. A solid smash to center field. And yeah, she is unstoppable today. 4 for 4. And that's her 3rd RBI of the afternoon.
And it might end up being the biggest one she hits today, giving them the lead here in the 6th.
So again, back and forth. The Falcons were in front by 1, and then a solo shot from Coppola-Miller tied it up, and a solo home run from Leonhauser gives Neshaminy the edge.
Good softball between Neshaminy and Pennsbury, as it usually is.
First pitch strike in there to Kendall McCaffrey.
And these aren't bad pitches by Zerniak. They're just hitting them and driving them out of here, too. No doubt about it. Shots.
And you talk about, Neshaminy mentioned to me how they feel confident up and down their lineup. That was their 6-hole batter who hits a home run. You kind of expect power from your cleanup spot. And they got that from Coppola-Miller. But then Leonhauser adding some juice from the 6th spot in the lineup. Outside to McCaffrey. Well, don't go anywhere, high school softball fans, because the way this one is going and the similarities it has with the first game that these two teams played, who knows how this thing is going to end up, the 3-1. Bounced to Storlazzi, but goes under her glove. Kind of took a weird in-between hop on Storlazzi.
Yeah, Storlazzi also wasn't exactly in front of that one. Didn't really go down on it. Kind of waiting for it to come to her a little bit. And on a field like this, where it's all dirt, ball could go any which way, and didn't go the way Storlazzi was intending.
Yeah, thought it would be up for her. It didn't bounce up that high. Goes under the glove. McCaffrey at first base. with 2 down here in the 6th.
Third error of the day for Pennsbury.
Ground ball, Robb eats it up, gobbles it up, throws across to get Reichertz for out number 3. So a 5-3 put out to get the Falcons out of the top of the 6th, but not before Neshaminy doing damage with 2 solo home runs. They get those 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning, and they leave 1 runner on base. So we are now through 5.5 innings of high school softball, and it's Neshaminy back in front. 6-5 our score, and we'll return to Pennsbury High School in just a moment for more high school softball on the WBCB Sports Network.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
Pitching change for Neshaminy as Maisie Thompson in the circle now. She'll take over for Ambrosius.
How are we spelling Thompson here?
Kind of like Robb, I think, right? It's the
Robb without the P.
The Robb Thompson. Oh, he uses a P.
He's got a P with him. He's like Jenna Thompson. They both have P's.
Meanwhile, for Pennsbury, bottom of the 6th inning.
What a day for Ambrosius, though.
Yeah.
Some good pitching. Obviously didn't fare great in her last 2, but she also just won Bucks County Athlete of the Week, which was announced 20 minutes ago, so bravo. 101 pitches, 37 balls, 35 strikes. Made 12 of those strikes with swings and misses, 24 fouls off first. It allowed 7 hits, 5 earned runs. Struck out 4, walked 3. But she had a dominant stretch from about the 1st to the 3rd. Her first 3 innings were really good. So
yeah, 1, 2, 3 inning in the 2nd. And she started she only let up a walk in the 1st inning.
Yeah.
But now Thompson in the circle will work to Liv Zerniak, Bella Morales, and then Ava Storlazzi.
Zerniak will try and help herself out again. Went yard last time. A little bit of heat coming out of Thompson there, but that one's a ball.
Yeah, maybe a little bit inside.
Yeah, Thompson has the P, and that's where the topper comes from. I would assume.
1-0. I thought you knew that. I thought that was like your...
I mean, that's what makes the most sense.
Okay. 2-0 count here to Liv Zerniak. Last time she was up, she launched a home run.
Whoa.
And that one way wide.
Talk about getting away.
Thompson having a little trouble with her control. Called strike in there. And
a little low.
Zerniak thought it was a little low and inside. So did Coach McSherry.
Yeah.
So did the Pennsbury Falcon softball fans here. Pretty great crowd here this afternoon, as that's a line drive to left. Base hit for Zerniak. A great way for Pennsbury to start the bottom of the 6th. A base knock. And now up the bat is Bella Morales.
She'll try and slap Zerniak over.
Yeah, and Neshaminy now making some defensive adjustments. It almost looks like they're maybe bringing Volgraf in at center to cover second base if necessary.
Yeah, that's what they did last time, and it worked out in their favor. She was able to scoop it up and get Morales out at second base back earlier in this game.
Maisie Thompson spinning the softball and now delivering. Ball down low. The 1-0 bunt goes foul. Timeout taken by Coach McSherry after he confirms the count with our home plate umpire. A ball and a strike to Bella Morales. Pennsbury Falcons trailing at 6-5 here as we're in the bottom of the 6th. Coming your way from Fairless Hills, PA, Chris Ermer with Ben Goldstein, Makai Gundy, our video engineer, and Justin Lawrence behind the camera for us today. And this one, we've gone back and forth. And now after a leadoff base hit, Bella Morales awaits the go-ahead from the home plate umpire. All right, we're ready to go. Thompson's 1-1. Pulls the bat back, takes ball 2. Falcons would love to move Zerniak up, get her in scoring position. That's the tying run here today. The 1-2 bounced up the middle. A backhand snare, that time by Leonhauser, and she makes the play. A 6-3 put out to get Bella Morales, but it's as good as a sacrifice bunt because up to second goes Liv Zerniak.
Yeah, she did slap her over, so she did do her job there.
And
chopped it a little bit, but got the job done.
Runner at second, 1 down. Here's Ava Storlazzi.
Maybe try and slap her over, and unless she's just going to decide to hit another slap bomb.
Yeah, last time had a solid contact as she stepped up and slapped it out to center field for a double. This one bounced up there. Ball 1 to Storlazzi.
Thompson's having a tough time controlling her pitches right now. Through 10 pitches, 6 of those have been balls. 2 of them have been put in play.
Love having Zerniak's speed at second for Pennsbury. Storlazzi takes one a little up and just a bit in. Maisie Thompson, the righty, winds and fires. And that's ball, the hitter, it got her. Storlazzi hit by the pitch. So she's at first, and Zerniak at second for Naya Schubel.
Thompson's having a really tough time over there. Schubel's walked 4 times today. Thompson seems to not have a whole lot of control out there.
Yeah, Thompson coming in relief. This is her first inning of work today. And the righty delivers to Schubel. Strike 1.
Seemed a little up in the zone, though.
Schubel, kind of a tall player, got a big strike zone, and that hits her on the foot to load the bases.
Talk about an uneventful day for Schubel. 3 walks and hit by a pitch in the foot.
So that's the second batter that Thompson has hit, and they're going to come out and talk with her. Coach Sarah Martocci hoping that they can put the fire out right now because the Falcons got something going. 1 out, bases juiced. here in the bottom of the 6th, and they trail it 6-5 in a game that's gone back and forth.
Little helmet switch right there.
Yeah.
Swapped some helmet. I don't know what's going on there.
Lucky
helmet?
Schubel and Rob
Lucky helmet, maybe?
making an exchange. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
As Anna Evanchik set to go and fouls it back out of play. Evanchik 1 for 2 with a base hit RBI back in the 3rd inning. And taking a good eye there by Evanchik, a ball and a strike. Sam Robb waiting on deck for Pennsbury. Ground ball up the middle, taken there by Dalton, and she'll throw over to get Evanchik, but the Pennsbury Falcons tie it up as coming in from 3rd is Bella Morales. And we got a 6-6 game here in the 6th inning.
Evanchik did exactly what she needed to do, and that was to score a run. So now 2 outs, and we have a tie ball game. Speed on 3rd and 2nd, and a big bat coming up to the plate in Sam Robb. She tied the game her last at bat, I believe.
Yep, had a base hit and came around to score a run in the 5th.
Or she give them, yeah, she gave them the lead.
And maybe can do it again here in a 6-6 game with Pennsbury runners at 2nd and 3rd. Thompson winds and fires. That's upstairs for ball 1. Neshaminy mentioned they have 3 really strong pitchers, but somewhat unusual. It seemed like Ambrosius was pitching pretty well, and they make the change. And that's a ground ball up the middle, and the Pennsbury Falcons take the lead. Storlazzi scores to make it 7-6. They'll hold Schubel at 3rd. And coming through for the Falcons this time is Sam Robb. Her single makes it a 7-6 game.
Sam Robb doing it again. 2nd time today. She's given the Falcons the lead, and back and forth we go once again.
And still the Pennsbury Falcons with runners at the corners. You got Robb at 1st. Schubel at 3rd. And Thompson at the plate. Thompson v. Thompson.
One with a no P and one with a P. Oh.
And Thompson sends this one out to left center field, and it's going to go up against the fence. Falcons with another run. A Schubel in to score to make it 8-6. Sam Robb stops at 3rd base. And Thompson with a big double.
Thompson
driving in a run.
Yeah, she shows off some pop, goes the other way, just off the foot of the wall. Another run scores, and Pennsbury's starting to take over a little bit here. 3-run, 6th inning.
Still not a whole lot of separation in a game that has gone back and forth like this, and Falcons really could use a little bit more. Presley Foote at the plate, and they've got 2 runners in scoring position. But the way this game has gone, it seems far from over if Neshaminy can shut the door here.
That's how this rivalry is.
Foote takes outside, ball 1.
It's like that in every sport. I feel like every sport this year, maybe except the first baseball game, it's been a tight game between Pennsbury and Neshaminy. Football, all the basketball games have been tight, boys and girls.
1-0 from Thompson. Foote takes down low, ball 2.
Of course, the first matchup between these two softball squads, and once again today, we'll see how the baseball game went over in Neshaminy. I'm sure there's another tight one as both teams playing really good baseball right now.
This one is just another instant classic as these teams have gone back and forth. Presley Foote takes ball 3.
Get a lot of classics with this rivalry in Bucks County.
.30 pitch, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk for Presley Foote.
Thompson does not look comfortable out there at all, and we're going to have a mound visit.
And I believe we're going to have a pitching change. Yeah, Neshaminy.
Thompson didn't look comfortable out there after the first pitch. She threw 24 pitches. In those, she threw 13 balls, 4 strikes, allowed 3 hits, 3 earned runs, did not strike out a batter, walked 1, and hit 2. So not a good day at the office for Thompson.
Yeah, it just did not go the way Neshaminy was hoping, as Pennsbury now with an 8-6 lead, and they go back to Molly Ambrosius.
Oh, we're going back? We can do that?
They're doing it.
All right.
So Molly Ambrosius getting her warm-up tosses in. Want to remind you of portions of today's game brought to you by the Peruzzi Auto Group. Service on all makes and models, a free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service. They do a 10% military and law enforcement discount. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. Big thanks to the Peruzzi Auto Group and also to the Pines Tavern. Generation Z members and millennials with young families, you're looking for a great place to dine and watch all your favorite sporting events. You cannot beat the Pines Tavern. It is awesome, affordable, top quality food. The Pines Tavern, here yesterday, here today, proud to serve the next generation of families at the Fork in the Road on Radcliffe Street in Bristol. First pitch strike.
Ambrosius starting off with 101 pitches, now at 102.
Rodweller with a big cut, comes up empty.
This then raises my question, why would you take her out in the first place? Throw her back out there?
Yeah, it seemed like she was pitching pretty well, and they make a change, and it benefits the Pennsbury Falcons. Rodweller
I guess you
taking one for ball 2.
Throw back out what was working?
Excuse me, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here to Jalen Rodweller. Ambrosius sends that one up there, sky high, calling for it, left fielder Reicherts, and she's got the catch. A nice job out there by Jill Reicherts. Retires Rodweller for out number 3, but Pennsbury doing damage in the inning. They get 3 runs, and now they are in front 8-6 here over Neshaminy, and it's last chance time for Neshaminy here as we go to the top of the 7th. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for making portions of today's game possible. Thanks to our crew on hand. After the game, make sure to stay with us. We'll have our DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza Player of the Game. Ben Goldstein will have an interview with our top player from Pennsbury, and we'll see. I feel like I don't even want to name anybody yet because
who knows what could happen.
Yeah, has that kind of feeling to it. So
yeah, I got one in mind.
All right, we'll sit tight and stay with us after the game here for our DiLorenzo's Player of the Game. And our player of the game gets a gift certificate to DiLorenzo's Pizza just down the road on New Falls Road. All right, for Neshaminy in the 7th, Erica Dalton, Olivia Hughes, and Lily Mormello here to face Zerniak. Again, back and forth action. Neshaminy with 3 runs in the first. They got their 4th run in the 4th inning, and then a couple of solo shots in the 6th. That's where they get their 6. Meanwhile, for Pennsbury, a run in the third, 2 in the fourth and the fifth, and then a big 3-run sixth inning, giving the Falcons an 8-6 advantage. First pitch, missing to Dalton. And Zerniak's 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2.
Pitch 100.
Here it is from Zerniak. Ground ball right down the third base line. It's fair. Extra bases. As Dalton will stop at second. As she sent that right down the chalk on the third base line, and she's aboard with nobody out.
Literally choked up some of the white paint here on the third base line. You can see some pop up, and that's how you start off an inning where you need some runs. How about a leadoff double? Get a runner in scoring position just like that.
I mean, that was kind of the tone that Ava Storlazzi set for Pennsbury in the bottom of the sixth. And now Erica Dalton gets it going for Neshaminy in the top of the seventh. And here's Olivia Hughes. Neshaminy bringing their tying run to the plate.
Now, Zerniak at 101 pitches, about to throw 102. You start to think of maybe someone you could maybe throw in here. Looks like she's starting to lose some of her command. Start to maybe think about it.
I don't know. When it comes to softball, I don't change who's in the circle and unless it's an emergency. And right now, Zerniak has done a great job battling through this game.
Just a hypothetical. Throw it out there. Make the listeners think.
2-0.
Nice pitch. Oh, if she could keep throwing pitches like that, getting them to chase.
Yeah, somehow totally
don't even have to think about it.
Fooled Hughes on that delivery. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, diving for it. Rob has it in the glove. She'll throw to second, but diving back safely there is Erica Dalton. So a good job by Rob to glove it. Even if she popped up, she wouldn't have a play on Hughes, and she thought maybe she was going to be able to catch Dalton off the bag, but Dalton with a head-first slide back to second, safe all around for Neshaminy, and with nobody out, Neshaminy with the go-ahead run now at the plate as Lily Mormello comes over and talks with her coach.
That stop by Rob just maybe halted a run coming in. That ball was smoked, and she made a quick reaction, dove to her left, and made an excellent snag.
So still Falcons by 2, but holding on now in the 7th inning.
What's going on in the Neshaminy dugout right now? A little bit of
singing
a cappella?
Silent Night. I'm not sure why the Christmas carols.
Yeah, I don't know. Got some rally caps going on as well? Or?
Trying to cheer on Lily Mormello. Mormello with a couple of base hits, a couple of runs scored for Neshaminy today.
I think Sam Robb might have had something in her eye. Just checking in with Zerniak. Pointing towards her eye.
Yeah, she had a diving stop that she made. Certainly some dirt probably kicked up in there. Ground ball, backhanded at first by Evanchik, and she takes it to the bag unassisted. A nice backhanded snare to retire Lily Mormello. So 3 unassisted put out at first. That's the first out here in the 7th for Pennsbury. Both runners move up for Neshaminy. Dalton at third, Hughes at second.
Nice backhanded play.
And up to the plate is Volgraf.
Got the first out of this inning, which was important.
Kind of got it in the glove, ice cream cone style.
A little,
but got it in there. Snow coned it, but it was in there. Out to left field. Foot is there. Gets underneath it. Makes the grab. Tagging from third. And the throw wide. And safe at home is Erica Dalton to make this a 1-run game. Also tagging up on the play is Olivia Hughes. and she's at third. So the tying run at third, two down for Zamira Coppola-Miller.
Buckle your seatbelt, Chris. We're coming in for a landing.
No question. Last time Coppola-Miller was up to bat, she hit the longest ball of the afternoon.
That might be the longest ball I've ever seen hit in this field, period.
Deep to left, out into the trees.
I mean, have you seen any go past the trees?
I can't remember one farther than that one. It was definitely a blast. And she stands into the batter's box facing Zerniak with a runner at third, and ball one as it's in the dirt.
We see balls go on the New Falls Road at the baseball field just a few steps away. Here you don't really see a whole ton of balls go into the trees, and just kind of the equivalent of New Falls Road out there.
Second pitch also low. Ball two to Coppola-Miller. Now you got two open bases. And I know for Zerniak, it's not even a necessarily a reason that you have to come after Coppola-Miller.
Doesn't look like
and that one was close, but called ball three.
Making her think a little bit. I don't know what I would do here.
Yeah, 3-0. I definitely don't want to give her anything to hit. If I'm Neshaminy, I'm giving Coppola-Miller the green light. If she sees something she likes, go for it. 3-0. Yeah, she had the green light, thought she had a pitch she could handle, instead fouls it off, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
And I mean, God forbid you get to the 6 hole and you got to face...
Yeah, Leonhauser.
Yeah, who's been...
unstoppable.
4 for 4 today.
4 for 4, 3 RBIs, and a home run her last time up.
That wasn't a cheapie either.
A hitter's count, and here's Zerniak's delivery. Lined up the middle for a base hit, and we are tied up at 8. Scoring from third base is Olivia Hughes.
This game, Chris, 17 hits now for Neshaminy, and they gave her the hit, and she took care of it, a liner up the middle, and Pennsbury, Neshaminy, baby.
Yeah, we're all even at 8 here in the 7th. And now for Neshaminy, Ali Waski with a runner at first and 2 away.
A 3-run first inning for Neshaminy. Two-run innings back-to-back for Pennsbury, and then a 3-run inning in the 6th, and Neshaminy scored 2 in each of their last 2 innings, and still looking to add on some more. This game has been, this is a high school rivalry at its finest.
Yeah, and now in the 7th inning, basically we start all over again, as even at 8, Waski looking to keep this rally going for Neshaminy, and calls time. Yeah, Ali Waski at the plate, shows bunt, pulls it back, pops it up, and back for it is Evanchik, makes the catch. That's out number 3.
Pennsbury keeping this game tied is a win. You don't want to go down into that 9th inning, or the 7th inning. All you need is a run here, and you win this ball game. And with how their last 3 innings have gone, 2 runs in the 5th and 6th, and 3 in the last, keep that trend going. This game could be over soon.
Well, Neshaminy tying us up at 8 with 2 runs in the top of the 7th, and they get those 2 runs on 3 hits, and so even at 8, we go to the bottom of inning number 7. Thanks to Puss in Boots Tavern at 934 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills. Enjoy the ambiance of the Pocono Room with their own private bar or their heated outdoor patio. Daily specials at Puss in Boots. Check out their smash burger sliders for their happy hours. And they do private parties on and off premise with catering available. Great for graduation parties. The tradition continues. Great food for the whole family and down-to-earth prices. Puss in Boots Tavern, 934 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills. We thank them for making portions of today's game possible. Thanks also to the Trenton Thunder. They return for the 2024 season Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. Ticket information at TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300 for Trenton Thunder baseball. If you missed any of the action here on BCB, read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian.
I'm sure it'll be one of the top stories, and I've seen this story on this field before. Tie game here in the 7th, and I hope it doesn't go 18 innings again. We got a Sixers game to watch in about an hour and 15 minutes.
Talk about last chance time. Last chance for those Sixers tonight.
Yeah.
And last chance here for, well, in a tie game, if the Pennsbury Falcons can get a run, they'll come away with the win, and Liv Zerniak leads off the inning for them. First pitch swinging, fouls it right back up into the backstop.
Well, I mean, now my player of the week kind of thrown out the window a little bit. Now it's just whoever gets the game-winning hit might be getting a gift card.
Zerniak has come on at the plate. It's been great in the circle, but a home run and a base hit her last 2 plate appearances. They had 2 runs scored her last 2 times around. Fouls that one back and now falls behind Ambrosius. The 0-2 from Ambrosius. Just a little low.
Ambrosius is an awesome last name, by the way.
I feel like it's like a fancy dessert. 1-2, line drive out to left field. And the Falcons start the 7th with a base hit. Zerniak has been awesome.
Yeah, she's tearing it up in the circle and from the dish tonight.
Yeah, and
she's been awesome.
I mean, right now she's in the lead. If I'm looking at my Di Lorenzo's player of the game, not only great in the circle, but her home run, her base hit, leading off this inning with a single, puts the Falcons in a great spot. And now they'll try to move her up with Bella Morales.
Talk about doing it all. She's certainly done it today.
Morales shows bunt, pops it up, and it's caught. They try to double up Zerniak, but she slides back to the bag in time. So Morales' bunt is a pop out.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And 1 down now.
That's not ideal if you're Morales. I mean, try and get that bunt on the ground. It goes straight up right to the first baseman who was in on it, and Storlazzi will try it again.
Falcons have good back-to-back slap hitters, and here's Storlazzi to try to slap this one in play and move the runner up. This is going to land out in center field, and sliding safely is Zerniak into second base. Looked like there might have been a play for Neshaminy at the bag, but safe all around for Pennsbury. Zerniak at second, Storlazzi at first, and here is Naya Schubel. They've not been able to retire her today. 3 walks, and she was hit by a pitch her last time she was up.
Yeah, talk about a kind of uneventful day at the plate, but she can make it eventful here. Good contact could win it.
They have not been able to keep her off the bases so far. First one up high to Schubel.
Through 112 pitches, Ambrosius has thrown 40 balls, 39 strikes. So kind of a ratio right in the middle, but a lot of pitches.
The 1-0. And I think ideally you want that strike number to be a little bit higher than the ball number, but Ambrosius, Zerniak, even Thompson, who was in the circle for Neshaminy, really giving it their all here today. Lines and fires, and ball 3 to Schubel.
They just do not want to pitch to Schubel today.
Yeah, either that or it's the weirdest coincidence, because she's on the precipice of her 4th walk. 3-0. Strike at the knees. That one almost looked a touch low. I thought
Blue wanted to make it interesting.
Might have been ball 4 there.
Blue wanted to make it interesting. Can't blame it. Give Naya some sort of excitement.
Give her a reason to swing the bat. 3-1. She does swing it. Sends it sky high, but it's going to be foul out of play.
Off the tree.
Off the trees.
Back into play.
Yeah, we got to get the ruling there. I think if it's off the tree, you can't catch it.
It's got to be a dead ball. It's gotta
You
be.
should be able to.
That'd be so fun. We played the elements. Can we institute that? Make that a ground rule here? Play off the trees?
Full count to Schubel. Winds and delivers, and it's a pop-up on the infield. Easy play for Dalton for out number 2.
That's the first time she's made contact in play today, and it's kind of the first time she's been able to with what she's been given.
Pops out, and now it's up to Anna Evanchik. Neshaminy hoping to send this one to extras.
Evanchik had a walk-off earlier this season. She's looking for her second of the season.
Had an RBI base hit back in the 3rd inning.
It is loud here. JV's behind us.
First pitch up high. Ball 1 to Anna Evanchik. Got good speed on the bases. Zerniak and Storlazzi out there for the Falcons, the 1-0. Popped foul. Back out of play. One popped up, could be a play, and the play is made by Hughes for out number 3. So Anna Evanchik with a pop out, and what looked like a very promising 7th inning for the Pennsbury Falcons with a leadoff single for Liv Zerniak ends up coming away empty. No runs, and they do get 1 hit, but they leave 2 runners stranded. And we go to the 8th in an 8-8 game here between Pennsbury and Neshaminy. If you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. I'm looking around for Rick Fortenbaugh. He's always on the scene here and has great write-ups in the Trentonian for Pennsbury, Neshaminy, softball. And you can follow the Trentonian for a look at today's game. Complete local and national news 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. And Trenton Thunder back, returning for the 2024 season. Tuesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement. TrentonThunder.com for ticket information, or call 609-394-3300.
We got free softball. I mean, it was free anyway, but.
Yeah, a little extra action here. And we were talking about the first time these two teams met up this season. It went back and forth. Ended up being a 12-11 win for Neshaminy. And I thought coming into today's game that this game will probably bear very little resemblance to that game, because it's a whole new game. Even though these teams matched up then, it could work out totally different. I was kind of expecting a pitcher's duel, low scoring. Well,
Didn't get that. I mean, good pitching matchup, but.
Ground ball. Great job by Rob. Put it in the glove, but her throw was a little bit high. And safe at first is Morgan Leonhauser. And they have not been able to keep her off the bases. That time looked like they had her, but Leonhauser safe at first, and there's one on. Nobody out for Kendall McCaffrey.
Another great play to dive and grab. That one just didn't have a good grip on the ball. The ball is huge. It's hard to.
Made the play, but you
very
got to
difficult to get it to first base.
Complete that throw. But it's a leadoff runner for Neshaminy. And Kendall McCaffrey takes low. Yeah, I thought probably unlikely that today's game is going to go back and forth and be high scoring. And
well, you thought wrong, Chris.
Here we are in the 8th inning. Ground ball that bounces over the glove of Thompson, And Leonhauser up to second base. She's safe there. McCaffrey at first.
That's the third error for Thompson. Left side of the infield not helping Zerniak out much here in this 8th inning.
So 2 on, nobody out for Reicherts. Yeah, defense here in the 8th not helping out Zerniak. So now it's up to her to hit her spots as she works to Reicherts. And one of the hitters who always seems to put it in play. This one is a weak pop-up, and lands fair, is on the chalk. I mean, that looked to me like that was almost a foul ball.
That was another close one.
Wow.
Kind of hard to tell from where we're at.
And the way that one landed, all the Neshaminy hitters able to move up a bag, so that loads them up. Leonhauser at third.
Skipped away from Storlazzi, sorry to cut you off there, but that was a really weird one. A lot of weird bounces today going against Storlazzi.
Yeah, the Falcons not getting the bounces in the 7th. And now Zerniak really has to bear down as she works to Erica Dalton.
Everyone is in this infield.
And Dalton last time up, she got to her, had a double, came around to score to help Neshaminy tie it up in the 7th. 1-0. Fly ball out to left field. Presley Foot has it. They'll tag from third, and scoring on the play is Morgan Leonhauser to give Neshaminy a 9-8 advantage. A sacrifice fly for Erica Dalton.
That'll be an unearned run for Zerniak with the errors that led to that run being scored, but not a tough throw, is cut off, kind of skipped away. It's a rough inning here in the 8th. For Zerniak and this Falcon defense.
And now they'll give a free pass, intentional walk to Olivia Hughes. And that loads them back up again for Neshaminy. A handful of times this afternoon, Neshaminy has the bases juiced.
Now you got an out anywhere. That's
For
what they're looking for. And try and turn something maybe.
And for Pennsbury here, they keep it to a run-run game. They've got a great chance in the bottom of the 8th. But Neshaminy with an opportunity to break this one wide open as Mormello at the plate. The Falcons have the infield drawn way in. And a good stop by Hannah DeFinis behind the plate on a one down in the dirt.
DeFinis getting down the journey a few times today, and he's done a good job down there, as she has all season. Neshaminy's got the
1-0 pitch. That's also down in the dirt, and this time Hannah DeFinis using the chest protector.
The socks that Neshaminy has on, they have the socks and then the things that loop over it. I'm blanking on the name, but they're kind of
stirrups.
The stirrups, that's what it is.
You got your stirrups.
Classy. Cool look. More MLB teams should wear the stirrups.
The 2-0. Ground ball. The play is at home, and they get the force out there. Good job by Anna Evanchik.
And that's exactly what they were going for with loading the bases. Get the out at home. They do so. Keep it a one-run game.
So Millie Mormello is on at first with the fielder's choice, and up to the plate steps Morgan Volgraf.
Still an out anywhere. Just need one.
Yep, force out at any bag for the Falcons. And Neshaminy feeling pretty good. They took this one-run advantage in the top of the 8th. Chance for some more. Another one down low. Another nice job by catcher Hannah DeFinis. Zerniak is set. The 1-0 is out to center field.
Oh.
And It gets past Schubel out there. 2-run score for Neshaminy, and they now lead it 11-8.
I mean, one of those will go down as an earned run. And it went right through the legs of Schubel, right through the 5-hole. And it was kind of another bad bounce. Maybe should have gotten the glove on the ground. A lot of different things you can say. That's another tough one that doesn't go Pennsbury's way. And this one's broken over. But I have no clue what the score is because the scoreboard is broken.
Score is 11-8.
Okay. Like the one is a little droopy out there.
Yeah, the one fell down. Is up to the plate steps Zamira Coppola-Miller.
That's the 19th hit for Neshaminy today.
Her last 2 at-bats have been clutch ones for Neshaminy. Had a single homer in the 6th, and then her base hit in the 7th helped them to tie things up. And now with Neshaminy up 3, she could really help to break this one further open.
Oh, we're doing the Redskin Rumble at home plate.
Well, she stepped up to home plate and looked like she may have kicked a little dirt onto home plate. And so home plate umpire then doing a little housekeeping.
What are your thoughts on the Redskin Rumble while you're about to go bat?
Well, I don't know. I'm focused on this situation with what seemed to me like a little inadvertent kicking of the dirt, and now we have a word with the player and the coach and the whole thing. And
just play the softball, everybody.
But the Redskin Rumble at the plate, I thought she did a pretty good job with that dance.
Oh,
the 1-0 bounces off of the plate. No, it hit the batter.
Hit off the foot.
Hit the batter. So Coppola-Miller is hit by the pitch. And that will once again, for Neshaminy, load the bases up. And this time, Ali Waski trying to add to this Neshaminy lead.
Well, we once again got an out at every base with 2 outs.
Meanwhile, looking ahead for Pennsbury, I think we got Rob Thompson in foot.
Rob Thompson?
Rob Thompson, yeah.
How about that? Not the same song.
Popped up on the infield, Thompson calling for it and makes the catch. That's out number 3 as Waski pops out.
A lot of work to do.
But damage done by Neshaminy in the 8th. 3 runs to make it 11-8. And it's last chance time now for the Pennsbury Falcons. Portions of today's game brought to you by Jammer Doors, a family-owned and operated local business. They have showrooms at 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 or in the Yardley Grist Mill, 10 North Main Street. And coming soon, a magnificent new showroom on Route 1 opposite the Lawrence Shopping Center. Also, big thanks to the Pines Tavern, Generation Z members, and millennials with young families. If you're looking for a great place to dine and watch all your favorite sporting events and you can't afford or don't want to afford Center City restaurant prices, settle back at the Pines Tavern in Bristol. Great food there. It's the place to take your family, including your kids, for affordable, top-quality food. Great dinners like their homemade meatloaf, pan-seared chicken breast, or their fish and chips, plus many other family dinners. The Pines Tavern also with great sandwiches like their South Philly pork or their Angus burgers. Multiple TVs to watch all your favorite sporting events, and check out their Facebook page for live entertainment. The Pines Tavern, here yesterday, here today, and proud to serve the next generation of families at the Fork in the Road at Radcliffe Street in Bristol. Open 7 days from 11:30 a.m. Sundays open from noon. The Pines Tavern. Really great food over there. Great atmosphere. And WBCB, of course, your spot on the radio dial for Phillies baseball. And when the Phillies had a couple of baseball insider shows over at the Pines. All right, for the Pennsbury Falcons, last chance time, and it is Rob Thompson and foot here for them in the bottom of the 8th. That is Sam Robb, Jenna Thompson, and Presley Foote
Not Rob Thompson's feet.
to face Ambrosius. Well, you got to give quite a bit of credit to Molly Ambrosius in the circle for Neshaminy. And then, what was it, the 5th or the 6th inning? That
The 6th inning.
6th inning, they pulled her out. Ground ball. Leonhauser has it at short and throws to get Robb. 1 down.
Nice play over there. Short, scoop, pump, throw, got him.
But that's got to be unnerving. You get taken out of the game.
Then placed back
Another
in.
pitcher comes back in. You lose the lead. Then you're asked to come back in the circle.
Down by a good chunk of runs. 3. Maybe a little more, but.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, you got to credit the fortitude, I think, as a bouncing ground ball handled by Leonhauser, and her throw just in time to get Jenna Thompson by a half step. Heck of a play by Leonhauser. Took a wicked hop on her, came up close to her face, able to still glove it.
Yeah, good way to react and make a play on it.
Couple of 6-3 putouts for Neshaminy, and now Pennsbury down to their final out.
We got a pinch hitter here, Chris. It will be.
Pinch hitting for Presley Foote.
It'll be Ellery Mahoney is the pinch hitter for Foote. I'm looking at the right number, yes.
Well, we've referenced the first time these two teams played this season and talked a little bit about how it came down to the final strike, and Olivia Hughes came up with a 3-run homer for Neshaminy. Well, here in this one, we've gone back and forth, and now Pennsbury down to their final out of the afternoon, and right now they need base runners. They need some way for Mahoney to get aboard. That's a good way.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Ripped down the line, and a stand-up double there for the pinch hitter.
Yeah, you want a way to get on base. What about a roper down the left field line? That ball was ripped.
I mean, that might have been the best hit ball off Ambrosius. Zerniak's home run. Got to add that one in there.
That ball was ripped down the line, and first pitch she sees, got a double.
So now Mahoney at second, Rodweller at the plate. And I believe Foote is going to run for Mahoney, so they will have Presley Foote take second base.
Well, Mahoney,
not a bad idea, a little bit more speed.
Yeah, he got some speed. Mahoney gets the hit.
But the other thing is, for Presley Foote to keep in mind that her run is not significant, and whatever you do, don't get thrown out, don't make a base running mistake.
Yeah, you're down by 3. You try and inch closer, and that's Foote's role here. Make something happen on the base path.
Rodweller waiting for the go-ahead to step into the batter's box. So the Pennsbury Falcons with the tying run in the on-deck circle here in the 8th, and a first pitch strike to Rodweller. The 0-1. Fouled back, and Rodweller now trails Ambrosius.
Down to their final strike here. We've seen in this rivalry down to their final strike down, and things can happen.
Ambrosius 1-2, 0-2 delivery. In the dirt. And it is now a 1-2 count. Everybody making some noise here for the Pennsbury Falcons, trying to root them on as they're down to their final strike, the 1-2. Lined to left and goes off of the glove of Reichertz. And the Falcons will make it an 11-9 game, as in from second to score comes Presley Foote. And Rodweller delivers with a RBI single, and that's going to allow the tying run now to come to the plate for the Pennsbury Falcons in the bottom of the 8th. And it Liv Zerniak with the bat.
Who's been on fire today. Bunch of hits, a homer.
Looks like a pinch runner going to be heading in to take first base for Rodweller.
Yeah, this is going to be Kira Hoffman going over to run. Another member of the class of 2026 all over the field today. The best class in Pennsbury, 2026. A little self-praise.
Well, this one has been an instant classic, whether it's contributions from the class of 26, the class of 24, the class of 25.
Anyway.
And both teams having their moments here today. And the Falcons looking for one more, at least one more.
Zerniak went deep a few innings ago. She does it again. We're going to be all tied up here in the 8th.
Zerniak under the glove of Dalton, out to right field, and the Falcons with another base hit.
That'll play. Now the
Rodweller to second. Or who's running for Rodweller?
Hoffman.
Hoffman to second, and Zerniak at first. So now the tying runs are on base.
We need a batter here.
And for the Falcons, I think they're going to have someone hit for Morales.
Yeah, I don't know if you can have a slap hitter come up in this situation. You need a base hit. Wonder who it's going to be. It's going to be 22, who is Cindy Kondravi.
Kondravi, right?
Dravy.
Dravy? Kondravi bats for Morales.
Another member of the class of
26.
2026. So we have class of 2026 at second base, first base, and batting with the game on the line. This is the game. This is the class of 26 game, ladies and gentlemen. And partially, part of the call is another member of the class 2026, Bengals.
I mean, this one really has been another instant classic here between these two rivals, back and forth all afternoon.
Now we'll see if we can get
an 8-8 game into the 8th, right, Ben? Neshaminy with 3 runs in the top of the inning, and now the Pennsbury Falcons down to their final strike, down to their final out, but continuing to battle. Kondravi.
Pitch 130.
Ambrosius, delivers down low. After Kondravi back to the top of the lineup with Storlazzi. Popped up back behind the plate. A diving effort by the catcher. But she couldn't quite get to that one.
And for those keeping up with the Pennsbury foul balls, there's number 30 on the game. 30 foul balls hit by the Falcons. Second straight game, they've gotten to 29, and now they've reached the 30 mark. Battling.
The 1-1 from Ambrosius. Swing and a miss. And the Falcons again down to their final strike with a 1-2 count to Kondravi. And 2 down in the bottom of the 8th.
Kondravi.
Ambrosius delivers. And Kondravi back to the backstop.
Got lucky there.
Staying alive.
Just barely got a tip of that one, Kondravi.
The 1-2.
Another one.
Another foul ball.
Battling.
Another 1-2 count. Ambrosius fires.
Ooh.
Low. Ball 2.
Just low. It's pretty close to take, but it ends up being a good eye from Condravy.
Yeah, good take by Condravy. Good eye. Here's the 2-2.
Ooh,
Just inside, and the count runs full.
that was another really close one. And now we have the biggest pitch of the game, full count, 2 outs. I hope your seatbelt's buckled.
You took my seat today. I don't get a seatbelt.
Another foul.
Foul ball. Another 3-2 coming.
It's the 4th or 5th foul of this at bat. I kind of lost track, but a lot of them.
Ambrosius ready to go. Another 3-2 delivery. Another foul ball.
She is fighting away here. Condravy staying alive with Ambrosius.
Falcons got 1 run here in the bottom of the 8th. They have 2 more aboard to try to tie it up. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Ambrosius strikes her out. And Neshaminy gets an 11-9 8-inning victory over the Pennsbury Falcons, improving their overall record to 10-3 and dropping the Falcons now to a 6-6 mark here on this season. Wow, back and forth action. It looked like the Falcons had this one in the back pocket when they were up 8-6 late, but Neshaminy with 2 runs in the 7th to send us to some extra innings and come up with another big win in what was a back and forth game with something home runs, great defense, great offense.
Yeah, a little bit of everything in this one, and it's certainly going to sting. It's now both games against Neshaminy this year, both tight ones.
Oof.
And both tough losses to endure for the Pennsbury Falcons as they dropped down to 500.
Yeah, and the winning pitcher here is Ambrosius, Molly
My goodness,
Ambrosius.
Ambrosius, 139 pitches, 12 hits, 6 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, walked 3, 48 balls, 47 strikes, made 15 swing and miss, and 34 foul balls. She went through a lot and was able to fight through and get the win.
You know, my other thing I'll be thinking about this game is that Neshaminy, I felt like they were a little bit better defensively. Pennsbury, a couple of mistakes in the field. I think you mentioned they had like 3 errors.
4 errors, 3 of them on the shortstop Thompson.
Yeah, so
and the one by Rob was thrown away.
Zerniak didn't get some of the defensive support that could have helped maybe Pennsbury get this victory, but instead, Neshaminy, 11-9, a big win for the Redskins. They kind of keep their league hopes alive and will improve their playoff seeding in the district as well. A great one. We'll step aside and return to wrap this one up in a moment here from Fairless Hills.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. It's time to fill up your pool. BCWSA offers easy and cost-effective bulk water delivery throughout Bucks County for $180. They will deliver 5,500 gallons of clean water right to your pool. It's a faster way to fill your pool, and you won't have the increased sewer bill by filling it yourself. And if you're on well water, you won't need to worry about the well drying up. Call BCWSA today at 800-222-2068, extension 113, and schedule water delivery, or visit bcwsa.net.
McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community. and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown. Are you living with relentless pain? St. Mary has a new way to help. Knee and hip replacements with a smarter process for faster recovery, earning prestigious awards for quality and value. A rapid recovery program has you walking just hours after surgery, and breakthrough advances such as custom-fit joints position you for a longer pain-free life. 215-710-5888. St. Mary Orthopedics. It's your health. Expect more. Don't let joint pain bring you down. See how you can get relief at a free joint pain seminar at St. Mary Orthopedics. Joint care experts will inform and answer questions about diagnosing, managing, and treating joint problems, and knowing when it's time for a joint replacement. Ready to get back to life? Get to the next free joint pain seminar.
Pennsbury High School. Ben Goldstein is with our player of the game.
I'm here with the DeLorenzo's, the Berg player of the game, Molly Ambrosius. Here is your gift card to the Berg.
Thank you.
Nearly 140 pitches today. Went through a lot of ups and downs throughout this game. What was working best for you today?
Honestly, just trying to let my defense field the ball. I wasn't trying to strike everyone out, just letting them go.
You went through a little bit of a thing today in the sixth. You were taken out of the game and then inserted back into the game. Mentally, how were you able to get yourself back into it and come through with the win?
I was just trying to stay calm and not let the moment get too big.
A big win, your second win of the season over Pennsbury, your rivals, puts you in position for maybe a little bit of a playoff run. How big of a win is this for you guys?
Ginormous.
This has been your DeLorenzo's, the Berg player of the game, Molly Ambrosius. Thank you very much. Chris, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Molly. And thanks to our crew here, Makai Gundy, our video engineer, Justin Lawrence, our cameraman. Thanks to Ben Goldstein for our post-game interview and helping to call the game, and some stats as well throughout the afternoon. And it was a back-and-forth affair. And finally, Neshaminy took them 8 innings, but 11-9 the final. And they get the win here in high school softball. Thanks to McCaffrey's Supermarkets, BCWSA, Fletcher's Garage, the Revere Restaurant, St. Mary Medical Center, Peruzzi Automotive Group, the Trentonian, DeLorenzo's, the Berg Pizza, the Trenton Thunder, Puss in Boots Tavern, Jammer Doors, and the Pines Tavern. Again, thanks to the crew. Thanks to you for being with us as well. Thanks to all of our sponsors. One final time here from Pennsbury High School. It was the Neshaminy Redskins 11 and the Pennsbury Falcons 9. Thanks for catching some high school softball here on the WBCB Sports Network.